Put a pin in it, put a pin in it. You know we gotta get going, we could finish it. Put a pin in it, put a pin in it. You know we can never lose, we gon' win in it. Put a pin in it, put a pin in it. You know we gotta get going, we could finish it. Put a pin in it, put a pin in it. You know we can never lose, we gon' win in it. Put a pin in it, put a pin in it.
All right, all right. Hello. You have tuned into Put a Pin in It Conversations with Alisa, and I am Alisa. All right, y'all. Tonight, somebody say tonight. Type it in the chat. Tonight, oh, tonight, we are going to have a special guest on tonight. You all may know him. If you know me, I'm probably sure you know him. My guest tonight is none other. Oh, my sister in love is in here. Always sister in love. And I'm glad you're here because I'm going to use you. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him to the stage because he already said he was sleepy. I don't know why he didn't take no nap. He knew that he was going to be on tonight at 9 o'clock. He should have took a nap. I'm going to bring to the stage none other than Larry D. Reid. Oh, that sounded so weird coming out my mouth.
Cause you don't call me that. Ain't never called me that.
Mr. Reid. I call him Reid. Y'all call him Larry Reid Live, whatever y'all want to call him. Tonight he will be interviewed by me and me alone, and he is supposed to answer all the questions that I ask, and it's gonna be fun. And you have something to say?
No, I'm good. I'm ready.
I thought you said something.
If you ask me a question, you know I'm going to answer the question.
Yes.
Okay.
Wholeheartedly.
All right.
But before we get into, I want the audience to get involved. And I don't put a pin in it. I love to get the audience involved. So we're going to play 2 games, okay? One, you are going to be all the way involved. But the first one we're going to play is They Hate to See Reid Coming. Have y'all ever heard that before? So in the chat, I got mine. I only got one, and I know nobody's going to get it.
They hate to see Reid coming.
They hate what hates to see Reid coming.
I know.
So you know. Don't say who.
See me coming.
Some things, okay. So for instance, like if somebody, huh?
You like to see me coming?
Reid, stop. We ain't doing this.
I just want to know.
We are not. Don't even do it because we ain't even on that wave. Okay, don't do that. And you don't. I got some people that like me and that is watching, so don't do that. Well, stay in your boundaries.
If they know,
I didn't ask you nothing about that, and I don't talk about sex like that on my show, so don't do it. You the Howard Stern. I'm not. Okay.
Well, let me just say, all this is friendly jest. So anybody interested in Lisa, let me give you a secret.
Please, let me turn you up. Go ahead.
Be fully 100% secure and support our friendship. Because when you do not, then she feel like you're not really that secure and she's not going to be attracted to you no more. All right, go ahead.
Okay, that was true. I thought you was going to say something else. I had to come behind you. No, we are very much friends. The reason why I said I'm glad to see Nell in here. Nell is my Reid's sister. And let me tell you how this relationship is, okay? Nell will text me. Nell, if you in the chat, please verify so people can see. Nell would text me, Lisa, are you coming to mom's birthday party?
Correct.
If I go to North Carolina, if KB Karen is on here, she will say, Lisa, you want to go bowling.
Yeah.
This is not my family.
Right.
If I go to Eureka, all of his family is going to say, Lisa, we want to see you.
And
And
when I go home and she's not there, where Lisa?
so they are my family because, as you know, my mother and my father are deceased. And they have taken me under their wing as, even though me and Reid are not together anymore, they look at me as family and they treat me as family. Our family members are buried in the same graveyard. That's how far that goes. Okay. So it's nothing. When you see us, you just see home. That's it.
That's it.
We just know each other from home.
That's
and these little things that I ask him to say, you're gonna know. Only we know what
really?
I'm gonna be. Yes, only we know. So the first game is it hates to see Reid coming. Don't say they, because I know y'all gonna put names, and we don't want to put names. Well, you can.
Why don't we want to put names?
Okay, so here we go. In the audience, I want y'all to put, what do you think hate to see Reid coming? And I'm gonna put it on a thing. I'm gonna start it off. You want me to tell you what I think?
Yeah, I want to see.
A set itinerary hates to see Reid coming.
Oh my God. You got to know me.
Reid will change an itinerary in a minute. We think we staying for 3 days. The next day, I'm going home.
Oh God, that is so
if you know
sweet.
him, let me know. Okay, Latrice said, hold on. Why is it not showing? Bishops hate to see Reid coming.
Oh my God, that is true. Bishop.
Jamal Bryant hate to see Reid coming.
That is very
Gum.
I do put it on a piece of gum.
LV store. No, he like Bowman. He don't like LV no more.
I do like LV.
He leave that for us.
It's like number 3.
Dumba people hate to see Reid coming. A pork chop. The one.
Oh my God! So this folk know me good.
Gucci. He don't wear Gucci.
Oh, I hate Gucci.
He buy it for us, but he don't.
I'm inside my list.
A church affair.
Oh yeah, if it's online.
Cute church brains.
True.
Cucumbers and it's so going so fast. A black t-shirt. Kim Barrell.
Oh my God.
Deadbeat dads.
Amen.
So this was great. All right, that was fun,
that
right?
That is hilarious.
Okay, so now I got
a father not being a father.
Yep.
A man not paying child support. Okay, these people, yeah.
Cora Jakes.
All the Jakes, they don't like to see, they don't like mention.
Old boy Witherspoon, Wingstop fries, liars.
How he know that?
Sunglasses.
Whoa, I don't wear sunglasses. People think I do. All my glasses are prescription glasses, just have a darker tint.
That coffee mug. What coffee mug?
Oh, this one right here.
Oh God, put it up. Someone singing in the key of Z.
Oh, and I say that too. Who is that?
Where is that? It's going so fast.
Man, I've been
right here.
Wow.
Marie Webster.
You got to know me because I say key of Z.
All right. So the next thing we're gonna play is, what word comes to mind when I say this? Okay. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can see it. Okay.
All right.
Fleming.
Grandpa.
Father.
My daddy.
I mean, can you go deeper?
I mean, Tadara Reid is the epitome of what.
Mother. I was thinking you was gonna say something more than that. You gonna say Etheline for that?
I am. The epitome of what it is to be a mother.
Remnant.
Oh, the beginning. I think the beginning.
The beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
The beginning.
Bishop Stevenson.
At least you're trying to make this emotional.
Yes, I am.
Oh
Let
my!
me remove so y'all can see his eyes.
You can see the light not bright enough.
We can see him.
Bishop Stevenson was my pastor mentor. That's enough. That's what I think. I think mentorship.
Okay, mentorship.
Stellar example.
Upper room.
I think the beginning. It's the first church I named and Lightweight founded. Although it was already in operation, but it went through a split, and then I renamed it, and I became the associate pastor. That was the
You're
beginning.
not following directions.
I was just telling them, so people know. Okay.
But you're not following. You're supposed to just say one word. Okay.
Okay.
SBMW Inc.
Oh, SBMW.
Spiritual
Inc.
Breakthrough Ministries Worldwide Incorporated.
That's right. That's the network of churches. I think the beginning.
Okay. You got 3 beginnings. Which one is it?
I think about the beginning of being over churches. Then the beginning for Remnant Choir was the beginning of my music, getting the choir.
Okay, explain. That's what I'm trying to get to.
But you said one word.
But you was already explaining before I told you. Oldsmobile.
I think the beginning because it's like my first. It was like one of my.
Is you gonna say beginning for all of these?
I mean, I can't help but think it was the first car that I had that was mine. The rest of them was driving daddy cars, but that was the first car that was mine.
Okay. Eureka.
Let me try to find another word than beginning. Origin. Where everything originated. My whole family.
You is sleepy because this is your vocabulary is bigger than beginning, origin.
Eureka. Good eating. I say that.
Lord have mercy. Pikeville. Is that the beginning too?
No, it's my home. It's where I'm from. I'm from Pikeville. I think home.
Okay. Wade.
Oh my God. I think
this is doing what I was set out for it to
training.
Do. Training? Yeah. I agree. You know what I think Wade is for me?
What?
Confusion. Because I didn't understand why we would move from that new house to that raggedy home. But anyway, then we thank you, God, for the training.
Now people gonna be asking what that means.
We can talk. No, sir. Get that out.
Oh, that's James Pittman. He remember Wade.
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, I don't have a lot of good memories.
Good. Give us what is trash. What is it?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Dark Cloud.
Got it.
Dark Cloud, definitely Dark Cloud. That
Raleigh.
The beginning of.
I dare you say beginning one more time.
No, let me say Raleigh. The launch.
The launch. I like that. Atlanta.
Wow. Phase 1.
Phase 1. Okay. Exaria.
Okay, you trying to make this emotional.
Trying to get the people to know you.
Oh my God. I don't have no word. She made me a dad.
Okay, made you a dad. It's not one word, but we'll take it. Zoe.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. Zoe represents for me learning.
I agree.
Yeah.
On all facets.
Yeah. Myself. Because she was totally opposite than Zara. Zara slept through the night. She was very quiet. She was, yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. She was sneaking all that, but she was a quiet. She had deep levels of respect for both of us.
Right.
Then Zoe was like, I don't care nothing about who y'all is. I'm come here to do my own thing.
Right.
Mama give me what I want. Daddy give me what I want. Sister give me what I want. And if you don't give it to me, I'm fight for it. So it was a whole nother parenting. You had to learn a whole nother way. Yeah.
Right.
So that was she's learning. She represents learning.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's it. How was that?
That was great.
You
About
okay?
yeah, I'm just wondering if the people know what it was about, but that's fine. Hey,
Well, I'll tell them, all of the words that I chose were like, r- r- because they were like real steps, like almost going up to all the years of Reed's life up until now.
mm-hmm.
So, Upper Room is the church that he pastored, where he changed it. It was everything he was trying to explain. I didn't want us to keep us here all night,
Right.
but all of those
It was
words,
original St. Paul Apostolic Church first.
right.
Right. Mhm.
I was gonna say a name, but I didn't know what you was gonna say, so I didn't say it.
What name were you gonna
Zephaniah.
say? Ugh. Let me see. What does Zephaniah give me? He calls me to consider. You know what? I never thought about this. Zephaniah is probably the reason why I.
Marco said trash.
I got that, but Zephaniah is the reason why I wanted to shape my music aspect. 'Cause we always, it was music all the time and preaching. So he would
Mhm,
listen to my when I would be singing, and we listen to when I would preach, and he would be like, "Do this, not do this, do that," you know. So he actually responsible for me shaping my itinerant
mhm.
ministry and wanting to officially record my music, because he knew he every time I write a song he would listen to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nell said next question. She know him.
Yeah, they know him. They would know he would come to the house pick me up. They know who he.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Okay,
that choir. That
I'm
choir.
moving. We're moving.
Okay.
We're moving. All
Mhm.
right. So everybody know Larry
Is
Live.
that Tisha Murphy?
Yes.
Wow, Wayne County in the house. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So everyone on here knows you. And everybody that's on here, I come on Tuesday nights
Exactly.
at 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
So I would like to see the same numbers every time. I'm just as entertaining.
Right, that's true. That is
But
very.
anyway, this is not why we're here. Why we're here, we're going to learn more about Dr. Reed. I've seen him on many platforms, but I'll be like, oh, they didn't ask this or they didn't ask that or whatever like that. So I'm going to ask you the questions that I know that people do
Great,
not know what to ask. And
great.
so my first thing I want to ask is, what makes Larry Live set apart from any other podcast?
Because it's me, and
I
I'm
agree.
totally different kind of person, and I'm like 159 different things wrapped up in one. So
Hmm.
it works. It's entertaining, because I am a l- very much polished but terribly unpolished, very much smart but absolutely stupid. Very much, spiritual and pious, but very perverted and carnal. It
Wait,
all works.
pause. When
Mhm.
did you get so perverted?
No, I'm saying what people think. I'm not saying exactly.
No, I'm talking about your mouth. When did you get so like
I have always had this.
just no, you have not. Your mouth has used to be curved, but now
No, go
it's
back, Lisa. Go back to high school.
reading.
I have always been this mouthy guy. I always have. But when I got saved, it went away.
Okay, what happened to your saved mouth?
I mean, it's just that was religious holiness. And
So
so
are you telling me that I can say and do whatever I want? Is that what you're telling
that's not what I'm saying, but I am saying you should do what is in you to do until it's not in you to do it no more.
me? Okay, okay. I get that. You're
I
right.
done
Absolutely
I
right.
done a clean up of my character because I was consistently told that I was wrong, 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 wrong from a child. What I wanted to
Mm,
do, what I wanted to eat, what I wanted to wear, what I wanted to sing, how I wanted to dance, and what I thought about this, it was always wrong. And I don't blame.
Somebody talked about your dance.
No, I'm talking about like dancing. I'm talking about dancing at church. I'm talking
No. Oh, that's what I'm talking
yeah.
about, dancing at church.
No, Lisa. Before, remember, right before me and you started dealing, when I was really young, I would get my cousins together to dance and sing.
Mm.
And basically, me and Tania was doing it, and so we would act out whatever we saw on TV. And so like Boo, Karen, bruh, all them, Nail, they older, but me, Tennille, Manasseh, Carisha were the younger. So we will create dance numbers, 8 counts, sing, especially the whole thing, A Little Shop of Horrors, and we'll perform it for my granddaddy. And so my granddad would tell Mama, because sometimes me and Carisha would do it when they want Manasseh, Tennille, and them want home. And Grandpa would say, "That boy, yeah, that's Lynn. That boy, he got it." You know, he would say the same thing about Carisha. And but we was, actually was Carisha, now that I think about it too, telling behind me, I was like the beginning of doing everything totally different. And so I like really was the shocker to Mom and Daddy. And they really didn't know what to do with me because I was totally different than all the rest of the kids, everybody else's children, all of the children at church. I was going an entirely different way. Yeah, so
I can see
what
that.
it is. So so when I got saved at 15, now I'm 15, you know how our children was at 15. So I got saved at 15. I just started modeling what I saw. Okay, they don't say this, they don't do this. And I started dressing old. I went from dressing the way I was dressing to dressing. I still sort of dressed young in high school, but outside of that, I will wear my daddy blazers. You know how big my daddy is.
Yes, we used to go to the mall in church clothes.
Yes. I didn't own jeans and sneakers. I was in high school, but when I got out of high school, it was nothing but church all the time and praying and prophesying. So I sort of became this shell of myself.
Yes.
And I didn't have jeans. I didn't wear sneakers no more. I wore a shirt, tie, and slacks every single day, all the way up until I got married, until years been married.
Yes. And we all were shells of ourselves. Could y'all believe back then I didn't watch sports? And y'all know how much I love sports.
Lisa, I wasn't watching TV for 10 years.
We all didn't watch TV.
Right, that's right. Yeah, we watch my tapes.
We were all in that house with a TV that never turned on. What were we doing? What were we thinking? Like, what were we doing?
Oh my,
that was crazy. But so you said what makes your show unique is because you're yourself, and I agree with that.
Yeah, my unique life, my unique
I agree.
lens, all of that.
I agree. So do you ever get tired of doing it?
Yes.
That was quick. You didn't even think about that one.
I was gonna end it like 22.
Really?
Absolutely.
That was like at the peak.
I think the peak was,
because 22 is when you were on Kingdom Business on it.
Yeah, but I mean, I was tired of it because what the show does. Like I made today concerning the Clark sisters, which takes me back to 19. You know, the show, the masses way out there, they only see the show as, oh, what he was talking about, who? They don't know me. The people who watch normal and all the time, who are LRLers, they know me. So at that time in 22, I'm okay with it now. I felt like I'm tired of people not knowing me separate from what I do. So then what I did, I know I had already done it in 19. I changed things going into 2020. But it took really, Lisa, about 3.5 years for people to get what I was doing and what I was not doing.
For people to stop the hate seeing you coming.
And I got tired of it. I just got tired. I'm like,
see that will be like, you're like, that's not me. That's not me.
I'm not even that dude like that. Nigga, you the one that was out here doing what you're doing that's on the internet. Now I'm talking about that. You mad with me?
Right.
It doesn't make sense. But I think it was all a shock. What I was doing was a shock to people because it was different and nobody
Mhm.
had done it the way that I had done it. And I was loud, and you couldn't ignore it. Some folk, you could like put it off, oh, that's just them, but you couldn't ignore it because it was millions of views every 30 days concerning everything I did, even my posts. So it was
Mhm.
a bit, hey, Kevin Bond. See, that's somebody we used to look up to all the time. I mean, we still do. Um, all the music during that whole era is Kevin Bond's on the key.
Speaking of music,
Mhm.
how do you feel? Because back in the day, you worked so hard. I mean, very hard. Got
Mhm.
scammed a few times trying to get your music out
Mhm.
into the music industry, trying to do it, the blueprint that they say that you got to do it.
Yeah.
And you did everything that you were supposed to do. And I'm always going to talk about this.
You always do.
And we get to that Stella Awards, and they gave it to Rest His Soul, Rance Allen, that was shocked as well
And
that
he
he
said
got it. He
he
said it in the mic. He was like, wow. And I was like, wow, as well.
yes,
Like, what are we
he didn't
doing?
qualify to get it. That's why. He didn't
And
qualify.
so, yes, that's what I'm saying. So now during that time, and I do believe people knew who you were, but they were just
Yeah.
trying to, like, him like that. So now that
Mhm.
people know you when you walk in the airport,
They
when
can't ignore
you're when you're out of the country, in the country, whatever.
it. Yeah.
Now, do you still speak to these people, or are you like, I remember when?
I speak. I mean, we've been raised right. I speak and because I love them. I ain't got nothing in my heart against any of them. None. There's nobody I've ever talked about that I really just don't like. Um, I tend to like anybody until you show me something different.
Yes.
So, but in my mind, I do remember. I do not forget. I remember. So if they ask me for something, that's when
Mhm.
that conversation gonna come up. Yeah.
That makes me ask another question. So has anyone that talked about you like a dog called you and asked you for help,
Oh, absolutely. So many.
and you still helped?
No.
Okay, great. We can move forward.
I mean, I remember when Demetrius Senegal called me right before he lost that case, and he was telling me everything was going on. I felt bad for him. I knew I could help him, but I couldn't legally. And what I mean by that, you should have personal laws. Put that in the chat. You should have personal laws that you don't break.
Mhm.
and and it's a law you have that you don't break. And if you do break, you have to hold yourself accountable. For instance, I am not going to help somebody who has made it their business at any point in time to destroy me.
Right.
That's not going to happen. That was a personal law I developed starting in 22, but really in the last year, I stick to it. So
Mhm.
we're not gonna. Well, that's not going to happen. You will have to. Demetrius will have to publicly, or at least in front of the same people he said what he said concerning me and my platform. Then you blink, and then he doing his own version of Larry Lie. In fact, he
Mm.
worse than me. Hence, he got sued. So I don't hate him. I never hated him, and he knows that. But I feel the way that I feel and think the way I think about him, and still like him, and see his value. But no, when he asked me about that, coming on, raising the money, coming on the platform, I knew I could help him. But no, because you pissed on this platform and me, and you
Mm.
talked about me, and so no, you're not. I'm not helping you do that. No. And he's not the only one. He just popped in my mind, but there's so many, so many.
Oh, okay. That was heavy.
Mhm.
Can you share a memorable moment or episode from your podcast that impacted you the most?
Oh my God, there's so many.
Just one. Just one.
I must say what impacted me. It's not a show. Was not
Okay.
a one particular guest. It
Okay.
was doing reading things my way on my platform.
Okay.
I knew everybody around me were not in their truth of how they felt, their pain, the stuff they hadn't expressed that needed to be said. And it would have never happened because the way that we are and the way that we've been.
Are you including yourself?
No, I'm including you. And I was already.
You didn't learn some things off of reading things my way.
Yeah, but you asking me what impacted me, it was seeing y'all go through the process I went through by sitting in front of the camera for all these years prior to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
So
I got
when the camera comes on, and people don't know this, when somebody sits on the other end of a camera and they ask you a question, I don't know what it is. You see it in therapy sometimes.
you.
When they ask you the question, it's like the truth that's running around in the inside of you that you've ignored. It
Yeah.
comes up wanting to answer the question. And that, seeing that happen with my children, with my papa son, Latrice, Marco, even Felicia, and you and everybody, and us in our conversations, that was probably my most proudest moment. Because that first season and second season did for the entire community into this family what counseling for 4 years would have done. It just
Mhm.
worked it out. It just worked it out. Put it on the table, had a
Mhm.
discussion, everybody got clear, and then move forward. It was essential to do reading things my way. Essential. So that was my most impacting moment.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
What strategies have you found most effective for growing your podcast audience?
Oh, it's the frequency, and it's worse now. I built the platform by working hard, and I am not ashamed to say I have not worked at that level since 2020. It took a lot out of me to do it, and I can't do that and ministry. I just can't.
You can't do both.
I have to choose one or the other. So I choose the spiritual community that I'm serving. I put that first, and then I fit in Larry Live where I can. And I do need to change that because in order for us to grow to the next level, I'm gonna have to lay thick. Or at least in my mind, I think I need to
Mhm.
lay really hard on Larry Live, or that chapter's closed, and it's something else I need to lean into. I mean,
Don't tell these people that chapter closed.
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying. I mean, well, I rather put them on notice than to just disappear, But my thing is, yeah.
One thing I know about you, if you say it more than 2 or 3 times, y'all, it's getting ready to happen.
Ow!
It
Oh,
may not be next year. It may not be. It's getting ready to happen though. So go ahead and put it in your mind that
mm.
it's going to happen because he said he's growing tired and his hair is gray.
Oh, just because I ain't shaving my hair today. My whole head is white. But the Latrice said, "Man, that show." Now she's saying that because she really worked through some stuff right live on camera. You did too, Lisa.
And
They cut some of it out. I may see if I can find that footage of when they asked you what does it mean to be a first lady and you bawled.
yes, they asked me what does the word first lady mean to you, and I could not get my composure,
Yeah, I gotta find that. I'm gonna have to find that.
and I did not know that was going to happen.
But see,
I was jolly. You know, I'm always jolly.
mm-hmm,
So when I got in my green screen, it was time for me to do my confessions is what they call it. And so when they asked me that question,
mm-hmm,
I think the dinner is what stirred it up because I had started talking about how people that I looked up to was telling me I need to be this and I need to be that, and I'm not good enough to be a first lady and all. It was a lot.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And so, and I carried that. I never told people what was whispered in my ear. I think I told you, but I never told people what was whispered in my ear. You supposed to be praying for me and you telling me that I ain't nothing.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to go down that road. So I'm on a journey
Of
to
healing.
of healing from where it comes when it comes to church, period.
Mm-hmm.
Because I found out that, you know, when I hear certain things and when certain things come up, certain people name come up, I got a problem.
Mm-hmm. I get that, but and that's why I don't push it. Lisa came to me the other day and said, "Reed, thank you for not pushing me." I said, "Lisa, I get it because I had to go through that, and that happened when you and the girls were gone, and
Mhm.
I sort of like was left to myself, and that I had to deal with every single. I say people, every person that hurt me, left me, done me wrong, used me. I had to forgive them one by one.
Mm.
I don't have anything in my
I haven't
heart for
started
anybody.
with one. I haven't started with one because I just cannot understand it. Y'all don't understand the way. I didn't want this show to go this way, but you don't understand the way that we pastored. It was exhausting.
Yeah. And
And
it was
and
and
you
it was
gave yourself away,
but
literally.
but true. But we did that because we were not healed our darn self and not develop and mature in certain areas in our own life. So
True.
it's not a matter of like all y'all niggas did that. There's some of that in there. But
I'm
for,
in
for
that
certain
stage.
ones, for certain
I'm on that stage,
yeah, for
but
certain ones, for definitely. But ultimately, if when I heard the call to pastor as a teenager, if I had the sense enough to go to therapy first, my pastoral experience would have been different because I would not have had these voids, holes, trauma that I was working through within myself, trying to heal it in you, but really I needed to heal it in me. That wouldn't have even existed. But we were young. I want people to hear this. I started pastoring as a teenager, and Lisa was the first lady as a
at
teenager.
18.
Yes, and that shouldn't have never happened, in my opinion.
Listen, I'm starting to get teary-eyed
It's just in my opinion.
because I lost my voice,
Mhm.
and I'm a very opinionated person. I lost who I was, and I don't wanna go there 'cause, I don't let's move. We're moving because that was it's just too much, and you piss on people, and that gets on my that pisses me off.
What people do not talk about a lot, and I have tried to do this on my platform, doesn't really get as loud as everything else, is the people talk about church hurt. But I promise you, I've had church hurt when I was young. I promise you, I'd rather have church hurt than pastor hurt. I'd much rather have church hurt. You can go somewhere else and heal, or either find another pastor in a group of people that can probably help you, you know, restore your joy and your confidence build up. But where does the pastor go when the people that they have pastored actually injured them? That's in fact
Okay, you want me
getting
you want
another
me
church is going to trigger you up. I mean, you mucked up from the floor up. You just mucked up. What you gonna say, Lisa?
you want me to talk about it. So let me just give a snip of how I feel. I'm not gonna say this is how I feel. Okay. This is not truth. This is not whatever somebody might say. No, that ain't how it happened. But this is how it happened for me. Okay.
Which makes it real and true. Yeah.
This is my truth.
Yeah.
I did everything in my power to back my husband at the time, whatever that needed to be done, we did it for the church, right?
Mm-hmm.
All our money
Mm,
went to the church.
mm, mm, mm.
Our house
Mm.
was for the church.
Houses.
Yes. Um, I worked like a dog. And then when I would come to the church, I didn't feel respected. Hey, I was treated like I was a friend or a homegirl or something like that. Not as the first lady. Not until the second time I came back. Because the first time I didn't like I said, I had already lost my voice, I already lost myself or whatever. So our divorce was divine. The first divorce was divine because that's when I found myself.
Mhm.
So when I came back, I wasn't the same person.
Mm-mm.
I was talking more. I was holding, women's meetings and all this kind of stuff. When I came back, I wasn't the same person
Well,
because I had
let
been.
me
But
let me say this: I was not the same person either, but my church didn't know it.
I only knew it
Right. So I would have
because
to go talk to Lisa. Lisa, when she started working with the leaders and stuff and being in the meeting, she said, "Reid, they said you da da da." She said, "I had to tell them, no, he's not. That ain't what he think." Yeah.
right. So I lost my. Somebody said you lost your youth. Yes, I did lose my youth. I gave
Um,
all my years, my youth years, to the church.
Me too.
Yes, both of us, all of us, Marco and Latrice.
Reese, Marco, yeah.
And so when I came back the second time, I said, okay, I have changed. And I'm looking at these people and I'm like, because I had been through something then. I hadn't had an abortion. I had been through a whole lot of stuff.
Mm.
I knew God for myself. So when I came back, I was like, y'all niggas ain't changed. Like, what is going on? Y'all still the same people.
You would say it all the time. She said,
Yes.
Reed,
Y'all are
it ain't got it.
so when I so granted, okay, the first time we got divorced, then no, when nobody reached out to me for whatever reason it was, I don't
Mhm.
know why, and for whatever reason it was, that hurt me because I'm like, okay, y'all act like I don't even exist, and then when I get in y'all face, y'all are faking. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? I couldn't stand that. The only people that I would say that was really true was Marco and Latrice. They were the same every time I saw them. And I know it's because we are family, but
Mhm.
they were the same. Everybody else was faking. And I knew that. Maybe not Gwen, but everybody else was faking. And so, or trying to be like, hey, because I'm there, but when I'm not there, you act like whatever. And
Well, let me
so
say this, and I'm not protecting the people as they say I used to do. It's I do think that they did not know how to
what to do?
right. That's
Okay, I
I
get
do
that.
think that.
So through my processes, I understand that.
Mm.
I understand that they didn't know, okay, can I do both? You
Right.
know, I
Because
understand that.
I was the pastor, you divorced and left, and then you came back. It was like they probably felt like they had to choose, but they didn't
Right.
know that wasn't even the case.
So and Nell said I never changed on you. No, I'm not talking about you. Nell, you
Yeah,
family. I ain't talking about you.
yeah. Like she
I'm
said,
talking
she
about
left some people out. She said Gwen. I think she meant Gwen.
oh, I shouldn't have said no names. But
Yeah.
anyway, I'm not Nell, no, you've never switched on me at all.
Mhm.
But my thing is, so I went through that by myself. And then I went through all of that, then I got in a ministry that was not whatever. So I learned a lot. I grew up. And so when I came back, I was not the same.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. It just was a lot. And then to pick back up to just doing and letting everything else go. I had children now, and my
Yeah.
children are growing up and feeling like we choosing the church over them and all this kind of stuff like that. That's coming out now, that they're feeling like that. Hold on, this is Zoe's food. Hello?
They just call me.
Yes, can you send it up, please? All
Oh,
right.
he's about to phone.
Okay. So I'm sorry, y'all, the concierge. But anyway, so it was a lot. And so then fast forward to just certain things that happened.
Hmm.
Um, it put a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
because it just did. And I didn't want to talk about all of that, but I mean, I guess it helped somebody. But I didn't, this is not about me. This is about Reid. And
How can you talk about one without the other? I mean,
you can, but I'm just saying, but anyway. So I got another question for you.
all right.
What has been the biggest challenge you faced in your business and podcasting journey? Biggest challenge.
And well, they're two different things. The entertainment aspect, acting and music and the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
The entertainment aspect is consistently changing. And with the introduction of AI, it makes more change. With the
Okay.
change of how things are, like in the movie aspect, I wanted to act and be in movies, and I have had that opportunity, and more opportunities are occurring. Now, do I want to act in movies or do I want to act on streaming shows? You know, so that wasn't even a conversation 6 years ago.
Not Tubi, I hope.
Whatever's a check and whatever something I believe in and I like, I would. They got to have the check, the calling, the cash, and the right character. If it's that, I don't care what it is. It don't bother me.
Well, I won't see it because I protest Tubi. I don't watch it.
Why you protest Tubi? But Tubi today might not. This how this is a great conversation. How
Yeah.
the entertainment world works. Netflix was Tubi, Hulu was Tubi, Peacock was Tubi. All of them start like that. Tubi next year or 2 years from now could be the new thing. So, and that's another ever changing thing in entertainment. It just switches and changes so much. The ministry aspect side, I think for me,
Mm-hmm.
both are equally fulfilling, but there is something about the ministry side that really it can't be duplicated. I mean, it's one thing to make somebody laugh that was crying and they cry and they talk about how impactful they was. I feel that. But it's another thing to watch somebody's life go from point A and you get to hand walk them all the way to Z.
Mm.
Different kind of fulfillment. It's amazing.
Somebody said, realistically speaking, when a pastor and wife divorce, how do you expect us to respond? They feel they have to choose, and that's not fair either because we love both. It's not being fake.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't know my situation. Let me tell you something. I was in the hospital after having Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
Reid was preaching in Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody stopped by the hospital. Everybody just went right back to Raleigh. Nobody called. Nobody stopped by and said, "Hey, First Lady," or "Hey, Lisa." You could have called me Lisa then. How you doing?
I
And
think
Reid didn't even realize. I don't think you realized that when I told you. I was like, I was right here.
yeah, I didn't. Yeah, my mind was on ministry, but no, I didn't know that. There were a few, and I agree with the person who made that comment.
I agree with it too,
in
but
part.
to a certain
In
extent.
part, yeah, because I feel like the people felt like they had to choose, and they did not know how. And plus, we were already a phenomenon in the city of Fayetteville. We were terribly young, and the church was growing, and the music was good, and the preaching, and people was coming. They were like, "Okay, who are these people?" So we was like a whole. If you look back at Fayetteville now, and look at us. Then, we were in the city something totally different. So I think the people didn't know how to
And I
sit
agree.
with a divorce between us.
I agree.
I feel like.
Because they didn't see it coming away. So I agree.
And the reality is we didn't know what to do with it.
Right. That's true.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I'm still upset.
Yeah,
All right. So
you got every right to be.
what is one lesson you wish you had learned sooner in your career?
Oh, I should just listen to Mama.
Oh, really? What Miss Evelyn
All the way
say?
around. About people.
What she say?
A minute. Live being interviewed. Mama just told me about people. She consistently warned me about how people are, how and I didn't listen. Mama told me as a lad, I want ever forget. I was a kid. I'm talking in the single digits. And mama said, Larry, everybody not gonna like you. And the ones that do like you, they probably want something. Now that sounds really simple, but it was so powerful as I applied to my life at 46. Because she was right. She told me this. She said, the very folk you help, she said, and you bend and change yourself to try to help them out and please them very same folk are going to be the ones that hurt you the worst.
Mm.
Right. She's right. Her and Aunt Cappy, I heard them conversations all the time because I was with them because we was in the music department and singing.
Mm-hmm.
They, looking back, they knew how to move around the city and they knew how to handle their fame when it came to dealing with people. We saw people come in and out of that house and they smile and bring food and love them, but we never saw those people really in their life. They kept them out there, but we know them because it was always in and out. And they
Right.
probably felt like they were so close to mama and her sisters and not capping them, but they had a way of keeping that line drawn with them.
They
But
did.
they didn't sit us down and teach us that. I look back and I see it now because within the family, we had no boundaries. So what we did, all of us did, we went into the world with no boundaries and we treated everybody like family.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and got used, abused. The worst thing, I mean, it was just, I had to learn boundaries. And that 22 is when I learned boundaries. So that's when I turned 44. So that year stands out for me. So the greatest lesson that I have learned is that mama was right.
I can say my mama as well.
Yep.
Wow.
They knew. We just thought they didn't.
I got a little tickle though when you said lad. I was like,
I was.
that's why I kept trying to keep out. I said, lad, where is
I
you?
was just a lad.
You think you in Britain? You British? He said, a lad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nell said she's still recovering. Yeah, I watched Nell give her everything. Her last. That's how we saw it.
Yeah, Nell do that.
And it's just not. It's no.
I used to do it.
Me too.
Not anymore.
That's gone.
Over.
You might can get a piece of gum. Mm-hmm. And to tell you the truth, I don't really open my heart to, and I do everything out of my heart, but I don't, let me not say open my heart. I don't let people past a certain line anymore at all. And it just not going to be that way. I pastor out of my heart because I love people. And
Right.
many of them tell me, they're like, oh my God, I feel the love radiate from you. I really do love you. But the difference I have now is that I love myself before I didn't. So I can know when loving you is not loving me. And I didn't know that until like the last 2 years of my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Just the last 2 years?
I said 22, girl, it's 24. Count. No lie.
That's a long time.
That's only 2 years, Lisa.
I know what I'm saying is that's a long time. You're almost 50.
I
you just
know.
learned that 2 years ago.
Yes. Because what you got to remember, Lisa, I stayed on this whole, I never stopped doing ministry. When you left and went and lived under the trees, you know, Marco was still coming over. He was doing what he was doing. Kendall was in his thing. And then the rest of them I ain't gonna name. I didn't do that. I didn't get that opportunity. I didn't have the opportunity to start living for myself. The first time was November 2020.
Wow.
So
I'm so sorry.
I mean, me and my therapist went through this, you know, and it took me 2 years after therapy to implement what she was telling me. Yeah, it's always been others on top, you know, and after, you know, if you, as an entrepreneur, when you're starting out in your business, a lot of times you have to choose your staff over you. Like I haven't received a certain payment from the ministry since last year that I supposed to get every month. But if I had taken it, we wouldn't have been able to do the Carton Pearson event. I would have missed payroll about 4 or 5 months.
Jesus.
So I had to choose contractors, members, Cardinal Pearson event, and what we're doing in what we're doing in the world over myself. So I had to then connect with a therapist, just 2 sessions online, to make sure I wasn't repeating the same thing again. And
Hmm.
I found out that in some way I was. So some stuff I had to change, and cut, in order to make sure I'm doing right by myself. Yeah.
Marco said, "This is supposed to be funny. I'm feeling all kinds of emotion." No, it's supposed to be that. Do not do that. I'm not always funny all the time. I'm a
Mhm.
therapist.
Right. We both are.
Listen, so with you saying that, where do you see yourself in 5 years then?
Ooh, I am going to retire at 56.
Okay.
So right now, anybody that want to ask me for any money, I do not have it. It's wrapped up in investments. I went, 'cause I like buying stuff for people I love. So I went to the store today, and Marco had seen something in Paris, which I wish I had got it then. But I had to go to Louis Vuitton to get me. I got me another slide. I got
Mhm.
the two of them Crocs, and they got it, and the outfit was there, and I got it for Marco. It cost a certain amount of money, and I said, "Oof." He said, "What is that?" He said, "Yeah, you don't shop like that." I said, I don't do no shopping. I don't do no shopping no more. Cause every time I see 1,000 or 2 or 4,000, I think investment property or plane ticket to travel somewhere to expand my, because traveling is a spiritual exercise.
Mhm.
So let's see that I got my money tied up in that. So that whole shopping thing. I mean, I just sold my Cullinan. I sold my G60, my G Wagon G63, and I sold
Mhm.
my S Class, and got rid of an apartment in Miami. And then, of course, I had to get rid of the ministry apartment because I wasn't going down no more. So
Right.
I've done all that, getting focused on what I want, and also some things the Spirit was downloading to me. And so, yeah, I wish that's the thing that I wished I had done. And the biggest lesson is
Gotcha.
putting me first. Yeah.
Hmm. So I'm hearing you say that you're looking at wealth instead of like generational wealth. That's what
Oh,
you're doing.
absolutely. 56,
Okay.
I'm retiring with $100 million at least by that time. Want more, but at least minimum $100 million in assets. Because I know how much that
Mhm.
pay me every month and what kind of lifestyle I want to live. Then I
Okay.
have another goal at 66. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it too.
So glad I know you.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But anyway, okay, so you said that. Okay, how do you think our past relationship has shaped your approach to
Wow.
business and personal growth?
Oh God, that's loaded. Let me just do with the personal. Me and your relationship has let me know. It giving me some cues on if somebody telling me they love me. First of all, somebody say they my friend. That's how I measure it now. I can look at my relationship with you as well as Shamako, and I mean I've known Lisa longer than everybody, but it would be you. Well, actually, I know Latrice longer than everybody.
Mhm.
I can look at the relationship I had with you and Latrice and Mako, and I can say, does this feel like home? Does this feel like the love and the commitment that I get from them? If it doesn't, then I put it in a certain category, and I don't put it in that spot in my life. Yeah.
Okay. I see that. So
So
you
it's
see
experience. The
so you
relationship.
see I'm sorry. So you see Marco, Latrice, and myself as a sense of loyalty and security.
Family. Um,
Family.
right. Which gives you that. And because you got to remember, because somebody will say, okay, well, we know Creasha, we know Nell, we know your brother look like your dad. Yeah, that's my family too. But that's my family that was raised in. They're gonna always, like how you are with your brother Maurice. That's your family, your blood.
Mhm.
So, but then when I left home at 17, you guys, I left my parents' home at 17.
Mm-hmm.
I am 46. So I've Lisa, Shamako, and Latrice have been in my adult life, actually my even my teenage years, and have worked with me in ministry, in music, and in everything I've done. So these people are just as important as my blood family to me.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think family, I don't think about just the Reid family. I think about Lisa, Latrice, and Mako. Because if I'm going to go do something with my family, even back home, I think some of my family members are going to think about you and Mako and Latrice as well.
I went to your family reunion without you.
Yeah, I see that.
So that and they didn't ask me about yes they did. That was like, was Larry coming? I'm like, no, he ain't coming. But I'm just saying. So Nell, your sister attests that they are
Our
family.
family, yeah.
So
I see Nell was in the ministry in Creature, and her kids, all they came in the ministry for some years. So you got all these different blood ties, social ties, and spiritual ties between us all. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
How do you balance personal life with the demands of being a public figure? Do
Mm.
you let me ask you this? Do you think you're famous?
I can't help but know I'm famous on some level. I mean, when you in a whole nother country like Sweden and somebody say Larry live, I mean, I'm used to around here. So every time very seldom I go out and it doesn't happen. It even happened today when where me and Kendall went. No, we was in that thing eating with what's name. I'm thinking, ain't nobody stop me. I did see somebody staring. As soon as I got home in my inbox, it was great seeing you out today. It's that happens all the time. So I can't act like that don't happen. So I know it here, but I still feel like 100% myself. I don't feel famous or
I think we all do because it happens to me too. Like I was at the Braves game, and like you say, it starts with the staring.
yeah.
Like they
Uh-huh.
be like,
Uh,
"Then are you Alisa, or are you Larry Reid Live's ex-wife?"
uh-huh.
And I'm like, "Okay, yes."
Mhm.
At the Stella Wars, I was so embarrassed for his wife. This man said, "Hey, I follow you on social media. Can you take a picture with me?" And his wife standing right there, and I'm like, "No, can't take a picture with you. Is it all right for your mama? I mean, can you ask your wife?" I was so, I'm not like that. I'm not
Yeah,
a. I'm the female. I'm for the woman.
yeah, exactly.
So I don't want you fooling up with me unless your wife is okay. And so I took a picture with both of them. But this was at the Stella Wars.
Yeah,
And
that's
so I'm like, so I'm asking you
got so
that
many people saw
because
you there, Lisa. They was hitting me up. There's so many people. So I think your baby mama is here. I said, yes, this she is. She is.
but anyway, so I want how do you balance your personal life?
Oh,
So does it interfere with your personal life? Because I know you got a prayer life.
I got a what?
A prayer life.
Oh yeah, we know that's gonna always
So is that what happened?
be there. I mean,
Is that what keep you balanced?
I will give some of that to that, but I also think I purposefully attempt to. Okay, there's a particular person in my life, but I don't want to call. There's a few people in my life that do not know me as I was never their mentor. I was never their pastor. I was never their personal prophet. I was never their husband. I was never their
Mhm.
best friend. You know, and that, in my opinion, this particular person was a gift from God for me that I didn't even know I needed. I was just calling
Okay.
myself trying to help them because they was in a bad situation. But
Mhm.
it helped me grow
Mhm.
beyond my work and beyond doing a prophecy, casting out a demon, preaching the word, doing making somebody laugh. It was the conversations are different. Now, this is from me, from my
Okay.
standpoint. The conversations are different with someone who I am not all that stuff to. And I started changing. You and Shamako have tried to get me to change. I don't know if you really tried to, but I felt as though you've been trying to get me to change in certain ways. And I just thought it was y'all that wanted me to change this particular thing. When I started dealing with people outside my work, and then they will say the same thing y'all say, I will hear it for the first time. I'm like, oh, they always said that. Well, let me change that.
And that really
Yeah, that worries Marco too. And I say, so let me fix that. Because when I'm right now, if I'm talking to you, I'm like, man, you say man. Well, I'll say that nigga, that, and you like nigga. Lisa, I have to talk to Lisa. Lisa's a woman, and she old school, so I can't talk to her like I'm talking to one of the guys. She'll stop me in my tracks and say, "No, don't talk to me like that."
And will.
I was, at least I'm just saying, no, you don't speak to me like that. And so and then Shamako will say stuff like, Reid, you got to say it like that? Yes, I got to, because if you come at me like that, I'm going to fight you. So then it turns into an argument, a fight between Mako. But then when somebody else, this particular person said, I don't like when you say, because I'll send this emotion. I'm like, what's up, nigga? And they're like, why are you saying, because that means F you. Why are you saying that? It's just my natural way to just deal a little rough. And so I changed all of that. So the way that I have been able to balance is by having different groups, being connected to different groups of 5 people. And that I think it has caused me to be I'm pretty balanced and pretty chill now.
Has it caused you to be almost at the point to like settle down with someone?
Oh no. No.
I had 2 people in mind.
To settle down with?
For you.
Okay, go ahead. Who?
Michelle Williams or Yolanda Adams?
Oh my God. That's smart of you though. I mean, let us know you know me. Michelle Williams is Lisa name.
I'm going to see her Broadway
Lisa
play.
name is Michelle. So just put the 2 together. I mean, they all of the good qualities Lisa got, Michelle got. And then yeah, but then Michelle has the other qualities that are unique to what I would like. And she does. She absolutely does. But that's my sister. And so I enjoy that relationship. Yolanda Adams, my sister, I enjoy that relationship. But if it could be turned like that, you're right. Those would definitely be 2 at least in the top 5 of who they are. Yeah.
And I get along with both of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to go see Michelle's play before ain't she on Broadway right now?
I'm glad you remind me of that. It's gonna be over in October, so we got to go.
I'm going.
Yeah.
All right. So if you could interview any guest on your podcast, dead or alive, who would it be? And why?
Oh my God. I would love, and this is an obvious answer. I'm not gonna go way, way, way back, but I'm gonna go recent.
Don't say Oprah.
It's Carlton Pearson.
You're right. Reid, don't do that.
Yeah.
You want to go further down in the dumps. We already not laughing and cutting up, and now you're gonna say Bishop Pearson name.
I just feel like Lisa.
You never interviewed him?
I did several times, 3 or 4 times.
Okay, somebody that you have not
interviewed. Have not. Okay, I didn't hear that part. Okay, have not. Somebody that I have not interviewed, dead or alive. Oh, I would love to interview Malcolm X. Ooh, God, it would be so good.
You don't think Farrakhan is close to him?
Of course, I would love to interview.
And I would love to meet him. I love Farrakhan.
I might well pay to interview Farrakhan.
I love Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah, that would be the interview for me. It won't have nothing to do with.
I'll be sitting right there.
Question.
Reid, I'll be sitting right there in all the garments. Listen, you ain't Muslim. I am today.
Ah!
I sure am
If,
today.
if you're a Christian, you nearby the Muslim.
I will be today. Pick me
Yeah.
up. Ooh, what's a hobby or interest you have that might surprise your audience?
A hobby. I share everything. They gonna.
Give us something that will surprise us.
Oh, I didn't know. Tell me that what surprise that is
Yes. Or interest.
I think they know everything. I like to eat.
Reid, that is not a hobby or interest.
It is a hobby. I enjoy eating.
Eating is not a hobby.
Okay, hold on. Hobby. Oh, bowling. I like bowling.
Did y'all know Reid could? They know you can bowl. I said that they wouldn't know.
That's what I'm saying. I share everything. I like collecting diamonds and gold. I don't know. I mean, everything they probably know.
I need you to get in touch with your
hobby.
your.
I love eating and watching TV at the same time. Oh my God, I love it. That's not deep enough.
That's booing.
Reid, I make a wonderful salad. Okay, I make a wonderful cheesecake, a cheese cream pie. There's only two things I'm good, and a shoe bread. I make a great shoe bread.
Okay, let's skip this question.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to get down to it.
This is not
okay.
One way
a hobby. You said a hobby. Say it again.
A hobby or interest that will surprise us. We know you like to eat.
I like short trips.
Forget it. Okay, we're gonna move.
Give me yours. Give me yours. Oh yeah, I can't do barbecue chicken. I see that.
A hobby or interest that will surprise people.
Right.
About me?
Yeah.
Okay, they already know I like sports.
See what I mean? That's my
No.
I share with them.
No, I have something. I just gotta dig. Okay. Because I'm an open book too. So let me see.
See?
No. I'm coming. A hobby or interest. Oh, somebody said it. I can rap.
Oh, but you done that publicly.
The only person that know that is Miss. Okay, I got one. I'm almost done. So get your old bones together. I'm almost.
It's my stomach. I got pain in my stomach.
If you had to choose another, okay, this is not the theme song that you have, but if you had to choose a theme song for your life or podcast, what would it be? Like a theme for your life.
I think. Oh, that song by what's the name? Take the World by Storm.
Oh yeah, you do like that song.
I mean, it menaces to me.
You know what my theme song is right now? I have two. Heated by Beyonce. Because she said, only a real man can tame me, only the radio can play me. You wish I was
she good one-liners.
Only a real man. Okay. And I like Tomorrow by Glorilla.
How'd it go?
She say, I can't put you in my song because you might hate on me tomorrow. Someday the sun won't shine. That's why I love Tomorrow.
Oh, I love it. There are people asking me questions. Reid, who would you pick for Lisa today? Whoever.
Oh, let's hear that.
What?
Whoever I pick. Thank you. Period.
Hold on a minute.
No. Because we talked about this. Let's talk about this.
Ask me a question.
1 second. You asked answered it, but you try to give a long,
No,
drawn
I
out
know. Let me
explanation.
finish my answer. I said whoever she will pick. However,
There's no however.
there's a however. I'm saying
I'm
however.
grown.
You are grown. That's correct.
Yeah,
100%. However,
there's no however.
there is a however.
Mm-mm.
That's who I will pick. This is not real world.
Oh, so who the person? You
Right.
can't say who I pick, so you have to say who you will pick for me.
Right. Yeah, so it's getting real world. But the answer to the real world question is whoever she picked.
Okay, so
But
who you
the
got?
answer what it is. Somebody who is better than me in every way.
No, a actual person.
A person?
Yes.
It gotta
I
be.
gave you two people. I
Gotta
said
be-
Michelle
Oh,
Williams
okay,
and
I got
Yolanda
you.
Adams.
Okay, all right. I would choose. Oh, they got to be single. I'm thinking
They
husband.
ain't gotta be single.
Oh,
I don't think Yolanda Adams single.
I don't think she is. Either. But these people are known to be married. So I'm not gonna do that.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Let me see. I think the mayor here of the city.
Oh, Andre.
I like
I've
that.
seen him plenty of times.
Yes, him. Also, what is that?
I wouldn't dare. Devon Franklin is too light skinned for me. And he's a little soft.
I like him, Felisa. I also like what's that man name? Then he's married though. He was in Kingdom Business with me.
Not the old man.
Michael. His name is Michael.
Oh, Reid, go to sleep. I'm about to say something else. You better go to sleep right now.
His name.
I know who the heck you talk about, and no, sir, Bobby Jr.
He was in a few other movies.
I don't care what movies he was in. I know who you talking about.
What's his name, y'all?
You talking about Yolanda Adams' husband on Kingdom?
Yes.
Oh, you gotta be kidding
Listen,
me.
I know him as a person.
You don't know me. He is not for me.
Listen, this is my choice.
Michael Beach, that's the right name for him.
I know him personally. He
Reid.
is an amazing guy.
He will put me to sleep.
He's
boring.
No, he's not. See, that's when you're looking at the roles he plays. He is he likes sports. He likes body. He is very nice guy. And you know what? Sometimes he remind me a lot of. Sometimes some stuff is remind me a lot of your daddy.
Don't bring my daddy in this, because my daddy would not put me with no Michael.
Oh,
I can't believe I gave you two good candidates.
This was
and you gave me scraps.
He's married. I'm just saying this is my picks. I ain't giving you scraps.
That is scrap.
I'm gonna tell you another good one will be good for you, but they married. Obama. He will be very good for you.
Yep. Move over, Michelle.
It's got to be a man of power and a man that has character.
Yes.
And got to be older.
Not necessarily, but
David in Monite, he got the money. He got the.
I don't even know who that is, and I can't pronounce their last name.
Yeah, I know he is. He's African. He's a multimillionaire.
African.
I know him personally. That's somebody I can text as well.
Automatic no. I don't like Africans. Sorry. I think Prophet Lovely is beautiful.
Lovely is lovey.
He's lovely. But if somebody asks me, I back up. Boy, nope. Don't trust.
Look, my sister might know Obama is for Neil.
No, on there.
Of course, I think you would do good with. What's the man that acted in all the movies? He's a nice guy. And I hear great things about him that work with him. He was the wrestler. He's a wrestler turned actor. Light-skinned man.
You know, I don't know.
The Rock.
The Rock?
He has. Listen, I'm see. You have to think. Women choose how they choose. Me, I'm choosing for the mother of my children. I'm thinking character.
Don't even like muscles like that.
I'm just saying. I know. I'm thinking character. I'm
No,
thinking heart and money. And
no.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. All right. Let's go on to the next thing.
Yeah, because I am. No.
Well,
Okay.
Lisa, who will you choose for yourself? Who would you choose for
You
yourself?
talking about celebrity
Yeah.
wise?
Oh, yeah.
Celebrity wise, I saw somebody that I did not know existed,
Okay.
and that is Carvin Wine. Is he married?
Ah! Okay, I see that. I see that.
He's fine.
You used to like BB.
I know, but BB don't like me. He don't like
Lisa.
us.
Lisa.
BB like doing twang twang twangs.
Them Asian boys. That's
But
what
they said Carvin is wine is married, so I think everybody that I like is married.
it's because and see that's who I was choosing for you in my head. It was married men.
Oh well, so you know. Anyway, but I have some real life people that I'm choosing will have, real life people. So but y'all don't know them, so I ain't gonna say their name. But I just don't I don't know. I don't know nobody. I mean, the people that I like, I think they married.
Well, let me say this: whoever was out there looking at Lisa,
Somebody said Carvin is beautiful.
don't make her don't to make her one of your people, one of your rounds. Don't do that.
Oh no, I'm not that type
No,
of person.
no, but see,
That would hurt me.
but see, I know us. I know us, but they look at you, good hair, good skin, big ass. That's what they. That is your
Why you had to say that?
you look like the girl that you ain't. That's the problem.
That is a good thank you.
Mhm.
I am not that girl.
Right.
I'm home all the time. Not unless I'm at a sporting event. All right, before we go, what
That's it.
advice? No, what advice would you give someone looking to start their own podcast, or do you not want to? You want them to pay you for that?
Yes, they're gonna have to pay me for that. I don't
Okay.
care that out free to patrons. You were the first one. That's it. Mm-mm.
And I have really taken off. I just want you to know. I'm like, I don't understand. Like if I post something, it goes viral. So I'm hoping
Here's
that
the thing now. Just keep riding it.
I gotta keep riding it. Keep riding the wave.
Yeah.
But
Lamar Scale says Reid ain't married. He's available. We already done did marriage.
let's keep let's dead that. Hold on, let me plug up my thing.
We already did the marriage thing. We good on that. Where'd she go?
I had to get my plug.
Oh, okay.
I'm
But
up here
yeah,
long
Lamar, can we just get rid of that? I mean, me and Lisa have already been married. It
Say it
wasn't all
louder.
bad. It wasn't all bad. I look back on it and said it was a great years. I'm glad I shared that with her. I'm not interested in getting married and giving it to somebody else. I'm not
Somebody
interested.
said, "How tall is Lisa?" I'm not tall.
Short. So I'm not interested in getting married and having another marriage experience. I had a marriage experience with Lisa. It was great. I've done it. It's over.
And we found out that we are better friends.
Oh hell yeah!
Because I found out throughout my life that like I said before, I just adapted to what I needed to be. And I found out that in relationships moving forward, I do want to there's different things that I want to do. And I'm very outgoing. Reid is not outgoing. Don't let him fool you.
I am outgoing.
Reid is not outgoing.
Not as much as you.
He will go out the country and stay in his room. He would go.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? A lot is wrong with that.
I will go out my room to do something, then come back.
Okay. All right. So I am very outgoing and I
Very.
am very fun.
Always want to go do something.
I always want to do something. When I'm with people that I want to do it with. If I don't have nothing to do it with, then I
She'll
don't
still go
go.
do it.
I will, won't I?
Yep.
I've been a lot of places by myself.
That's what made you and Junior a lot alike. Cause y'all, the Aries rising, he's an Aries. He's the same way. Consistently got to be doing something. And we'll go.
Okay, let's address this. Will Lisa ever be able to find love with such a close relationship with a strong?
Yeah. We don't live together. I mean, we're not.
First of all, listen, Reid and I,
We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna say
but
this.
we don't talk every day. I'm not in his face every day.
We do talk every day.
We don't talk every day.
Okay.
You want me to pull up my thread? We do not talk every day.
Okay. If we're not discussing in the thread, me, you, and Marco, and Latrice and Kendall in that thread, then there's the.
Okay,
me,
I'm
you,
not saying that.
where we talk
About
every
by
day.
ourselves.
I know, but we exchange daily.
You're making it cloudy when it's not cloudy.
No, you trying to make it clear when it is cloudy. The thing is, we discuss every.
It's not cloudy.
Okay, let me say this: we do not have a one-on-one conversation privately
Talking
by
about
ourselves every day.
right. And we
First
don't
of all,
talking about
we don't never have a conversation by ourselves. Then it's about us in like our relationship. It's always about her life or about my life or the kids.
right.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, we do talk, but it's not what y'all think. We don't be like, when can I meet up?
No,
we don't talk like that. Because first of all, I'm not that type girl.
right.
Okay,
That wouldn't work. Well,
I don't.
do it. I could get her to do it though, but she's not that type of girl.
I'm not that type girl. Number one.
No, but I can get her to do it. But
Reid, no, you can't. So stop saying that.
yes,
You cannot.
If I wanted to, I could.
But you don't want to, so stop saying that.
I'm just saying, Lisa, but you don't want to. But I'm just still saying what the truth is. We just got lines drawn. As simple as that. I have a line drawn. She have a line drawn. We're not going over that line. It is solid. It is there. We lived in the house those 3 years. We did not have sex at all. Not come close. Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had already put that.
That's what needs to be out in the open.
No, it does not.
It does.
It just needs to be a secure nigga that ain't worried about nothing like that.
Reid.
If you doing what you're supposed to be doing, you ain't got to worry about me.
I see the smirk behind your mic.
I know. I'm just saying.
I see the smirk behind your mic. You make it uncomfortable. Somebody said, "Did y'all kiss?" No, didn't even come close.
No, I'm trying to. We didn't even hug when she stayed there.
I didn't even walk around the house.
No, fully clothed. See, people don't get, bruh. We didn't start hugging until after she moved out. And this has been recent. That's when we actually started hugging. We wouldn't have been doing that while it was in the house. It was dangerous.
So that I'm trying to tell
I
you.
threw it on that bed. She ain't gonna say no.
That's Reid, stop.
I'm saying back then. I'm not talking about now.
Don't do that because that's not what Lisa. You wrong. That nigga had is under the water in a. What is he talking about? A small cage.
I don't know what in the world he talking about.
I don't know. Marco must be.
Can't have tight.
But anyway, no. So that y'all can ask us questions right quick. Then somebody said, "Do you think you and Reid are twin flames?" I don't think that. Do you think that?
At least.
Am I supposed to think that?
Oh my God.
What's a twin flame?
I think that's the question you should have asked.
What is it?
It's really twin flame are people who mirror you. They're your mirror people. I think in many I think me and Lisa are life partners.
How?
You have twin flame, soulmate, life partner, karmic partner. I think me and Lisa are life partners. I do. And I said that when we was married because I understood it. Cause even when she's in relationships or I'm in a relationship, because I
Don't
was
put
too,
no S on it.
it is an S.
It's
But
not an S.
it was S. When even when she's in a relationship or I'm in a relationship, we still doing life together. I'm checking in with her, she checking in with me. And if you fuck with her, you're gonna have to deal with me, maybe not directly. And if you fuck with me, you have to deal with her, maybe not directly, because we're gonna be in each other's ear saying XYZ about whoever it is we close to. We and even in business. She's about to buy some property. I'm buying some more property. We having those conversations. We are when it comes to our kids. We are life partners. We do life together as a partnership. That we are. You don't marry always your life partner. You don't marry your soulmate all the time. You can have several soulmates. Shamako is. I think we may be twin flames as well because we mirror each other a whole lot. But I do think I think me and Lisa, me and Michael are twin flames and soulmates because our souls are tied into each other. It's Latrice too. You can have several soulmates, several soulmates. Who you choose to be in a romantic relationship has nothing to do with soulmate, twin flame, life partner, and definitely not karmic partner. So there's that. There's probably somebody that asked this from
Just
Patreon.
like so, Deborah Small said, men would not get that, Larry.
Would not get what?
That we are life partners.
If women, because some men dumb, you can have to talk to them, but women get it. Women understand it. Because women have more relationships than men do. As soon we get connected to somebody, we feel we got to fruck them or make them my wife. Yeah, so
Okay, always because you have children together. And I want to talk about our children
mm,
quickly. Um, this is one reason why you will never see me or hear me say anything about Reid because he's
hold on
the
for a minute. Can I say this? Because it came to my mind. I may need to say this for somebody. I repeat, your soulmate, twin flame, life partner doesn't being married. Who you choosing to be romantic with? That's a whole different thing. And I think if we have more conversation about people that you partner with in life, people who are your twin friend, your soulmate, especially the soulmate. I think people think they're supposed to marry their soulmate or be with their soulmate, and that's not the case. And I think me and Lisa made a mistake of getting married because we were soulmates, and
and we got along really good.
right well that's part of being a soulmate. So we shouldn't have. We should have been great friends with a little bit of sex.
Mm.
Yes, we should. We would have done that regardless. Well, I would have done it to you, regardless. So,
Reid, that does not sound right in this climate.
okay. Well, let me
You
say
would
it
have
like
done
this.
it regardless.
Well, let me say what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I would have done what I do as a read that my mama knows
Okay.
about. And
Reid, are
that's,
you finished so I can go on with my point?
I'm just
Because
saying.
we
I'm just,
ain't going there. Like,
you
what
know what? I'm
are you
talking
saying?
about us being made it at
No,
so.
you always land back
Lisa, my
in
conversations are going to be spiritual and sexual at all times.
you always land back there in the
Yeah,
abyss,
it's
in
not
the
the abyss.
dark.
It's not the abyss. You can call it the abyss, but it's not. It's not the abyss.
Oh,
But I'm just saying. I think we made a mistake of getting married. We should have just stayed happy as soulmates. But we didn't have the right teaching. And I just hope nobody
mhm.
watching me meet with somebody and and y'all soulmates, and you think that means that you're supposed to go into a romantic relationship with them. That's not the case. Don't make that mistake.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I do. So what I was about to say about our children, I was about to say that a lot of times, I always remember how I felt about my daddy.
Mm.
And so I always want my kids to esteem their father high and
Mm,
all of those things. And so I was like, some people, this was like all throughout our marriage
mm,
or when we were divorced. Why you don't say this and why you don't say that and why you and I'm like, it don't bother me like that.
mhm,
So I'm just not I'm not that type person to be like this, that, and the other. But our children have never seen us argue. They have never seen us be at odds.
mhm,
So I will never let them see me disrespecting their dad.
mhm,
Because they've never seen it. And I think it would devastate them
mhm,
because they're not used to that. And so they are used to us like getting along and used to us not arguing and stuff like that. So I don't think it's wise for me to choose somebody that's gonna be like,
mhm,
you need to be this, you need to be that, you need to be whatever towards Reid and stuff like that when that's the father of my children.
mhm,
I would never do that.
mhm,
So that's just this is my stance on whatever. Me and Reed, we don't see eye to eye on everything,
mm,
but our children won't ever see that.
mm.
We'll talk about it, but what they see is a united front,
Right.
and I want it to always be that way.
And there have been times where we did not agree as relates to something concerning them. But
Yeah,
when we had to talk to them, we were a united front, although she or I knew that either one or the other were not 100% with it. So,
right.
yeah.
Yep.
I think that's, see, God, no, I couldn't have children with none of the women out here today. Was a few of them that I've seen online, them using their kids to get back at their baby daddy. That
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't do well with
I
that.
think that is ridiculous because you always have to think about the child,
Hmm.
and I think we've done a great job at that, even though it made us seem like we were absent,
Hmm.
but it was because we were always trying to do what was best for them. Because when I had to go to Louisiana for being stationed there, I could have easily took my children with me, but because I knew of what the ministry and they already had like a setup how they was doing back there.
A
I was
community.
like, I didn't want to uproot them and bring them to Louisiana.
When we were separated, you could have kept one daughter. I could have kept the other one,
Right,
but we knew they needed to be raised together.
right,
So that we made some sacrifices. So I think it was smart for us to do that. Now, when I said a mistake, first of all, I don't usually even use that word, but I'm saying that because we were connected, the way that we were connected and felt what we felt towards each other, the love, we only knew the next thing is to get married. But had we been in a different community, we would have explored each other differently. That's
right,
what I'm
right. That's true.
saying.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? Because I don't be staying on long like you.
Mhm.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, and I don't talk crazy about Lisa in front of my kids either. That's just not going to happen. I won't even let them, even when they try to do it. Kids are funny. I
They are.
One particular child will always try to talk about Lisa to me. That same child, she don't know it, will go and try to talk about me to Lisa.
Right. And the only way that we both know is because we tell each other what they
You
say.
know what I'm saying?
And now they be like, y'all talking about me, ain't you? Yep.
Yep.
Show
Well,
is.
that the other day. Lazard told me, I know y'all be talking about us. I said, yep, we do.
And do
We do.
because they do too much sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Be doing too much.
They didn't do too darn much.
They do.
Mm-mm. So, Lisa, let me ask you this: how do you feel?
Ask me nothing.
Huh?
You can ask me nothing. What this thing? Put a pin in it. What you thought this was?
That's a shame. I don't think I've never been interviewed by somebody that couldn't ask them a question. That's a shame.
Ask me a question. What you got?
How do you feel being that if you go all the way back, we first got married in the 90s, and
Okay.
you see what I'm doing now.
Okay.
You said back then, I know that you're going to be doing something great. Da 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 da. You said that way in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel looking at me now? And I want to know how you feel looking at me, watching me continue to grow, 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 and do everything I said I would do. And do you see yourself as a part of that?
Of course I do.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm proud of you. I really am. I am so proud of everything that you have accomplished because I know what it took for you to get to where you are.
Mhm.
And I always knew when we started dating, when I was in the 6th grade,
Yes, it's great.
I knew that there was something, even though you played all day. You played. But I stuck by you. Y'all, that was a time I was at my grandma's house and Reid was not supposed to go to the prom, right? You remember this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. I called him and I hear all this music in the background. I said, where you at? Oh, I got to go. This man was at the prom. And we would like we had so much fun in school though.
We did.
We like for lunch, the guys always would try to go to lunch, like go to lunch and just leave everybody. And I would want Reid to walk with me
Yeah,
to
we
lunch.
will race to get to the front of the line.
He would act like he gonna walk with me and take off running. And I'm like, I can't do this. Like, what is going on? This childish
But I will hold
man.
your spot.
You would hold my spot.
I will hold your spot. I said, "You coming right here. She coming. She's too low." That's like my daddy. My
You
daddy used to leave
would.
my mom at the house to go to church.
You would.
Mm,
So my thing is, I just because first of all, my daddy,
mm,
I love my dad.
mm,
My dad has such an admiration for you.
mm,
So if my dad had that, I was like, you know what? There's got to be something to this guy.
mm,
And so I just believed. I believed what he believed.
right.
And he would always tell me, Lisa, don't get in that man's way.
Mm.
Lisa, what's wrong with you? Stop.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it.
Yes, Lisa. He would always,
He had to know.
yes, he would always say, Lisa, you're doing too much. Like you just need to get out your feelings and whatever, such and such.
Mm,
So I from that perspective, and I'm not even gonna say now that I'm thinking about it, after we got married, because of the dynamic that we had, because we started pastoring so early and stuff like that, I just don't remember how I felt in high school, all the butterflies and stuff like that. Oh, I love this man, whatever. That went away.
yeah.
And for years, and this is not a bad thing, for years, I just knew who you were.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stayed in my place. You
Mm.
know how Mary was?
I ain't gonna
She
say
just
stay in your place. Your
I
dad
mean, I'm just saying, you know how Mary was? She just
say, "Don't
pondered
get in the
things.
way. Let them work." So,
Right. I didn't get in the way. It's not that I didn't have an opinion. It's not because I was very opinionated
no, I'm
still.
gonna tell you what it was, and I talked to your dad about it. He knew it. You needed and deserved more emotional aspect from a husband, and I was not that. And I think he knew it. And
And
he
my daddy was not that for my mama, but he was for me.
we had the conversation. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. 100%. That's exactly right.
Mhm.
And he thought that your mama was jealous of your relationship. That's what he told me out his own mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
Now Robert shouldn't have said that.
What you mean? You was like your mama. Oh my God. When your mama say Robert. What?
He know he shouldn't have said that.
He told me, he said, now you in that apostolic stuff. I said, yeah. He said, they don't have women preachers. I said, yeah. I said, that's them though. I said, I'm just there on assignment. He said, okay. He said, because I know she got the minister. She got the preach. My daughter's a preacher. I said, okay. He said, well, if you just remember all of that, and I know from a boy, you've been called. I used to mimic him when he was preaching
Right.
in the pew. And he said that you got my blessing. And I really feel as though he had to see what we didn't see and know what he had to know something what we didn't know about ourselves, because he must knew that I will always look out for you, married or not. He had to know it, which could have been the reason why he was okay with just closing his eyes. I mean, because a little bit after that.
Yeah. It was 2000.
But I think he also had to know your brother was gonna get married, your mom was gonna pass, and there would be nobody left but me.
Okay, Reid, you're going too far.
No, I'm just saying he had to know.
Whenever you just took me, but you gotta understand, when you say all those things, I relive all those
Oh,
things.
okay. Let's go to another topic.
And you just like it's nothing. This happened for real.
I'm just it picked up to my mind. Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, but because I'm still processing, not having my parents here. So it's kind of hard
That's a lot.
to
That's a lot.
live in, especially with the parents that I had.
Right. Mhm.
Like you said, you sound just like your mama. I know I do. And one reason why I wear lashes all the time, if I don't wear lashes, I look just like my mama. So it helps me. It's not a fashion thing for me. It I look a little different, but I look just like her, and sound just like her. So
Sound
it's crazy.
just like a
Anyway, so I can say, because of the family that I've gained, and being that my family is no longer. I mean, I have my brother, but
he has his own family.
he has his own family. Then right after my mom, my grandma that I knew, I would, because right after my mom died, I talked to my grandma. My grandma said, well, I'm gonna have to be your mama now because your mama's not here.
Mhm.
I said, thank you, grandma. And then in January she passed.
Mhm.
So it is hard because my parents were a sounding voice
Mhm.
in my ear.
They were wisdom.
Yes, very much so. And I don't know. And some days it's okay, and some days it's not.
Mhm.
And I want to thank you, Marco, Latrice, and some more people that I've met along the way that has helped me get through these processes. Because it's not easy. It's really not. Losing parents is not easy. Like you said, your mama was always right. You're gonna realize that more
Ugh.
when they're not here.
Especially you got them old school parents. Somebody about Larry is still in love, Reid is still in love. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, what? Tell me, how do you stop loving somebody? I do not understand that. I don't have the capacity to do that.
Well, I think some people, and I've seen it on the internet. I've not seen it in person because of where we come from,
Mhm.
but I've seen it online. I've seen where people just don't get along, and they make it their business not to get along. And
They must have never loved each other.
I don't even know if it's that or it's like bitterness or regret or I don't know what it is. Or they weren't friends first. Sometimes relationships you get in, you're not friends, you just,
Let me ask you, don't
rabbits.
you have to love your friend first? I mean,
That's
don't.
what I'm saying. Some people we our situation is totally different. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I think that because before I even started thinking about you, I knew your family first.
Mm-hmm.
Your family they knew me when I was born.
Yeah.
My parents knew you when you were born. So
Right.
that's it's kind of like we had an arranged marriage.
Uh,
It it just was like we knew each other all our life. Everybody's not like that.
yeah.
And I've had to come to terms to when I did that my first like my second episode on Put a Pin in It was talking about Eureka.
Mhm.
People don't grow up the way we grew up.
Yeah. We're raised by a community,
They just don't.
and they
Like,
still there. Yeah.
yeah, so I just and now people is so scarce now when you meet someone, you don't know, it's not
You don't know what they
because
want.
you don't.
Duh.
You just
And
don't
they could
know.
have been watching you online for a long time and just really setting you up to try to get,
I
bruh.
see what you're doing. Stop.
What you talking about?
I see what you're doing.
I ain't trying to do nothing. I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm just saying that. That's why I'm good on all of that.
Yeah, so it just the thing about that's why I can't compare what we had to what other people that and I understand when people like,
So
well,
what
that
is
ain't
it
that
though?
ain't normal. It's not normal.
I don't know.
No, Reed, it's
It's not.
not.
I think it's not normal because people love has waxed cold. And when I listen to these other people talk this in my life that and they are in the different worlds, I see why people, when they meet me, meet you, they get connected, or Shamaka or Latrice, because we were raised in a lot of love, and we carry love and
Mhm.
authenticity, and it's rare because of the state of the world. Now, where we
Right.
come from, we're not rare. Everybody like us. Everybody's loving. Everybody do anything, take the shirt off their back to help you. You know that I think we are rare because the world has gotten so horrible. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
And that's how we were able to get never mind. I done went back. I need healing. That's how we were able to get played like we got played like a daggone fiddle. You just three blind mice. Four of us. Four blind mice is what we was.
Oh my god. Mm. The church dropout said, "What y'all have seems abnormal." Oh my god, it's just rare. That's what it is. Oh my god, Lisa's frozen. Lisa, is she still frozen? Am I froze with her? Oh my god, Lisa. Oh, you froze, Lisa. I ain't froze. You need to sign out and come back. Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the. Let's sing till she get back. Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. Won't you stand up for Jesus? Praise the Lord. Won't you stand up for Jesus? Praise the Lord. Won't you stand up for Jesus? Praise the Lord. Stand up for Jesus. Praise the Lord. Anybody else got a testimony? Oh, it's offering time. That's what the Spirit said. All right, at this time, no, I ain't even got my stuff to tell y'all how to even donate to me. I wouldn't have got it. No, it would have been to the ministry. Be tax deductible. Our next song on Glory, Glory, Hallelujah. Since I laid my. Is Lisa coming back? Come back. We still on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I laid my burden down. Lisa, come on back. Oh, friends don't treat me like they used to. Since I laid my burden down. Y'all, the show might be over because it looked like she said, hold on, my computer died and I plugged. Oh, she coming back. Friends don't treat me like they used. Come on, give them praise till she come back. Since I laid my burdens down. Oh, burdens down, Lord. Burdens down, Lord. Since I laid my burden down. Burdens down, Lord. At least somebody go to sleep. Burden down, Lord, since I laid my burden down. What's the next line? That's another song. Anybody else got a song and a testimony? Put a song in the chat. We're waiting for Bishop Alisa Michelle Dunn come back and grab her church. At least somebody take your church over and get some new members. Let me see. Come by here, good Lord, come. Ooh, I love that one. Come by here. Come by here, good Lord, come by here. Y'all remember that? Come by here, good Lord, come by here. Oh, Lord, come by here. Somebody praying, Lord, come by here. Ooh, I love that. I can't do but so many lines of that. I'm going to go to a quick thing. Somebody's praying, Lord, come by here, right here. Somebody praying, Lord, come by here. Oh, Lord, come by here. Somebody needs you, Lord, come by here. Somebody needs you, Lord, come by here. Somebody needs you, Lord, come by here. Oh, Lord. Say, oh, Lord. Out of your belly, say, oh, Lord, come by here. Thank you, Jesus. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Lisa, come on back. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. He's my friend. Oh, can't nobody, can't nobody do me like him. Lisa, hurry up, I'm about to go to sleep. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Oh, I tell you, he's my friend. The voice is raggedy. Give me another one in the chat. There is power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, wonder-working. Carol Harris. Hey, Roderick. In the prayer. Don't ever come to Atlanta again and don't have time to see me. Well, you know, I understand you got stuff you got to do. I get it. In the precious blood of the Lamb. Lisa, this is too much. I'm about to sign off. I'm hungry too. It's 11:02. Let me call her. I got to go. Lisa, I can't. Oh, okay, all right. All right. There is power. You may be back after this last line through here. Power, wonder working power. in the blood of the Lamb. Power, power, wonder working power. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Oh, Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Call him up, call him up, tell him what you want. All right, Lisa,
I'm
I can't.
so sorry. Stop.
I'm missing phone calls.
Okay, everybody, I need you to donate so I can get a new computer.
Oh my God.
My phone.
You just need a new computer.
Yes.
That's what's going on with that.
Yes, it freezes.
What? It's an Apple.
But it's very old.
Oh.
And it's an Air.
Oh, you got to have a Pro because you're doing this.
And it been on for too long, I guess.
Yep.
But anyway, what were you talking about?
I was singing church song.
Singing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, old church song.
All right. If anybody was on Instagram, they got shut off. Sorry. But
Yeah, so I don't even know if you know. Oh, well, you know the old songs I was singing.
every song.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, thank you, Reid, for coming on tonight. This was great.
You're welcome.
This was great. I hope that you had a great time. Everybody.
It was all right. You won't be in 100% Lisa, but it's okay.
Who wasn't?
You certain
Oh.
things. You know, you just look curved it a little bit. You won't being totally yourself.
Okay, people that tune in to me,
They don't know you off camera.
I was being me.
You were not. You were
Yes, I was.
you stand in the box.
I was not.
I feel like you were.
Just because you felt like I was don't mean I
It
wasn't.
ain't got to be right. I'm just telling you what I thought.
You're not right.
That's fine. If you think I'm not right,
I know you're not
no,
right.
you're not. You don't know my experience. You
I am not no box.
You was being boxed. There was
What was I being boxed on? Because I didn't want you to talk about sex.
No, not that. You like that off camera.
What was I being boxed
you didn't want to
on?
go into. You was not an open book, ma'am. No.
Like what?
Stuff about your daddy. When I was trying to explain certain stuff, you know, that's too much. You're going too far. I was telling the truth.
Reid.
You want to stay in the box.
No. I didn't want you to talk. Do you want us to continue on into like?
I don't care. That's the whole purpose of the show. I didn't feel like putting no pen in it.
That's the name of the show, sir. Like, what are you talking about? We don't have long ways to Walmart on here. We get straight to it. We put a pin in it and we go. We put a pin in it and we go. We put a pin in it and we go. We don't tarry. Okay. That's why that's why my show cut off, because we had 2 hours. I don't never ever have a 2-hour show. Is this the Lisa you talking about?
That's Lisa.
Okay, here I am. You just want to talk all night.
I do not. I was about to leave. Bye. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Lisa come on what day? Tuesdays. I come on Mondays and sporadic because you just got to text me so you know when I come on. But Lisa has a great show. It does not last long.
Yes, we put a pin in it.
So please,
that's the name of the show.
So please support her with your presence or your replay, whichever.
Yes.
Just support.
I would prefer replays if you don't. And if you're gonna replay, stay on for at least 15 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Since she knows some stuff I don't even pay attention to. Okay. Overall, I think you and Lisa are great couples, friends, soulmates. Mature to know what you both want from each other and so forth. Yes, we're very clear.
Very clear. I just don't understand why you say I wasn't being myself. I'm interviewing. I'm not up here to cut up. See, at the beginning of the show, we got everybody involved. Wasn't that fun? Yay,
Let me
clap.
start.
It
I'm
was fun.
gonna have you on my.
Then after that,
I'm gonna have you on my show.
okay. Then after that, I took you down memory lane. Yes, that was cool. Yep.
Good.
Then I asked you questions.
Yeah.
So
You
what
forbid me to ask you anything.
you can ask me stuff. I
Oh,
said go
now
ahead
I
and
can.
ask me. I said go ahead and ask me.
Oh,
So go ahead.
I say before you come to my show.
Okay, fine.
Hmm.
I have no problem with that. Ain't nobody scared. All right.
I'm gonna ask the questions.
What's the question, Reed?
I mean, just some stuff I want.
What ask me right now? What are you
No, I'm not
pondering?
gonna ask. I'm gonna do it on my show.
No, what are you pondering? I
No,
need this clip on my show.
no. When you come to my show, I'm asking the questions that people want to.
What are you pondering?
I'm just
See,
telling you.
there are some questions I don't think you want me to ask. That's why I
You
didn't
should
ask.
have asked me anyway. Then I could say I'm not answering that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more thing.
Go ahead.
Okay, you ready?
I'm 100% ready.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right, y'all. We gonna be another because Reed gonna explain himself about 30 minutes. So
I
go
am not.
ahead
I'm
and get
hungry.
you.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry. One
Okay.
last question. Last question. All right.
How did you feel
Mhm.
when said person got on the internet and said what they said and you known them? How did you feel? And what was your immediate feeling to how I would feel?
Oh, that's interesting. In fact, I didn't have any feelings. I thought about you first. Then I thought about, as I was told stuff, I thought about the people around me because I was like, okay, why is any of these people involved? But I understood it. I understood it.
What you understood? Because I didn't. What you understood?
Well, number one, in 2006, and Shamako's the only person that knows this. Reed, I'm passing your house. Y'all got some food over there. Mako ain't cooked today, Genesis. Or Latrice. I think we went out to eat to this place.
See what I'm saying?
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
put a darn put a pin in it.
okay. Okay, so in 2006, I knew said person was
Yes.
who I guess everybody else found out later on who they were. Although some of us that was in the community knew some of who he was, but I knew him. So I already knew. That's why in 2006 I took this away, that away, took him out the money and all that kind of stuff. So I was not surprised. What I forgot was the things that I had told him. And the things that I had told him that were not true, but there were things that I was just telling him because I was playing this cat and mouse thing at some point in time. Like, I know what you want. I don't want it, but I want you to think that's a possibility. But I got this going on and I got that going on. I would tell him stuff that just was not true. So, but I didn't think those things would end up on in this because this is between me and you. So,
Right.
but then I understood. Oh, so you were jealous of these other things I told you and whatever you knew of the actual relationships from being there at the same time. So that I had to take that for myself because he wouldn't have even said those lies if I hadn't told him.
Right.
The lie. So but that was me. I put that on myself. So I didn't feel a lot. I felt more not protected, but I was more concerned with you and the other people that involved because nobody should have been in that but me and them. Just fuss me out, say whatever you want to say, call me everything, and then and I didn't understand the whole false prophet. You've been around seen miracles and words come to pass.
First of all,
This is me.
two word prophet.
Oh Lord.
First of all,
Well, he never
let's
got all the way into he never was in that part of the ministry. So he really wasn't. I mean, he went to a school of prophet, but it really wasn't birth like that. And so anyway, so I didn't. That's the part I didn't understand. I don't hate him. I never hate him. Like I said, you can't. I don't know how to love somebody and not love them. I do know how to put a line and say never again. I know how to do that. I can do that in my sleep and forget you exist, which I do when it comes to most of the people that were in my life. I totally forget they existed until somebody asks a question or tell me something about it, because that's just an Aquarius thing. Once I'm finished and it's complete and I understand it from the top to the bottom, oh, it's complete and it's done.
right.
Yeah. So I didn't feel anything. I was more so embarrassed for him. And let me tell you this, because I told this to Marco, because this was like 3 years ago. He said, don't you think one day he's going to go live and just say, oh, I said, yeah. And I said, but I think he got a little bit more like ego. So he's not going to want to put himself out there like that. So, but you see how that went.
Yeah.
So,
I just
and the way everybody is like when they refer to it online from the part of the YouTube nobody don't watch except for the people in that community. I don't like that they refer to him in light of what he did. There's some other things that he can be known for. And I just hate that he made himself known for that. He'll be living that down 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now. It's gonna come up, and he's not gonna like the way it come up.
right.
How it comes up for me, it is not how it comes up for him. Even right now, it is not affecting me at all. If anything, it was a great blessing to me. It allowed me to have conversations with my community that I only had with a few of them or with a small point of them. So I was able to spread it out more. And that just felt good. And I could be more direct in saying some things. So I felt more for you and the people that were involved, which is my protective nature.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say this one thing about that, because I've not said it.
Okay.
I just don't like the playing in my face, because I saw there's one person that I just need to apologize. My number has not changed.
Mm-mm.
It has stayed the same. So there should have been a phone call. But I know you were not trying to call me. That was just something that you were saying.
It was good internet. It was good for the internet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good for the internet. But I hope y'all don't hate hate them. I mean,
Reid, he's in the categories of everybody else. So I mean,
for you.
Me, I need
you
to
don't hate nobody.
What?
You don't hate none of them people, do you? You just
okay. No, I don't hate.
Yeah,
because I'm not a hateful person.
You're not that person.
I'm not full of hate.
That's not in you.
But I have learned my lesson.
Hell yeah, me too.
And I'm not that person anymore. I'm not the person that nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. So
the resident therapist, who that saying, what's coming up for you, Lisa, as Larry speak? She's saying it out of her mouth.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I guess they're trying to be a therapist. Trying to be a therapist to therapists.
You know, I don't like that either. There's a lot of stuff I don't like. I don't like.
They don't know. They don't know you. Don't know us. So I mean, they're just doing. I mean, If we feel it, we're gonna say it. Well, at least I know I am. Lisa gonna say it
Listen,
too. 9 times out of
listen. But I mean, I'm just glad that that has blowed over, and because at one point I was just like, what, this is crazy.
I'm glad I prepared my community. I'm glad I had certain conversations and told certain things. Some things I would have never said, but I mean, but I'm glad that I put everybody on. I started having certain conversations. See, he don't know me. He only know his version of me that lives in his head. Um, and he hasn't paid attention to me well, and he didn't even know that I knew, and I knew when this was going to occur. But he lived with me. He's seen God tell me stuff before it happened, years ahead. So I'm like, how did you forget all that? And then they say make clear he said false prophet. I'm like, what? So you just
I
forget?
see. I don't know none
See,
of that.
that's crazy. I said false prophet. I said, do you remember when he didn't know he was gonna get a job? I prophesied to him he was gonna get the job by 5 o'clock. They called him for something on the day that I said, and so many other things that he said. I'm like, okay, you must be really upset and so far in your upset that you are just totally out of your mind because you saw the miracles. You
Mm.
wrote down the prophecies. And then the other one that was in the chat was the church recorder of prophecies. So I'm like, so y'all just forget all that. Y'all just think y'all just because y'all don't like me, you think that means because you don't like me, God don't like me, and heaven don't like me no more.
Yeah,
Okay, y'all gonna find out.
I can't.
Y'all gonna find out you can't take God from me, and that God don't play about me.
I can't. I was very upset, but I had to think of what my relationship was, with which we had none, but I had to think about how I felt and how I was very upset though. That that was
Mhm.
crazy. That was really crazy. That was crazy. But anyway, I mean, I hate that you feel like I wasn't myself tonight, and I was,
I
but
mean,
it's okay.
but let me explain what I'm saying. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say not
You
yourself.
talking about funny,
Oh no, you're funny.
laughing?
You're funny even if you don't try. But I just felt like you were guarded, especially when it came to conversation with your parents. I think you were having a guard. But I understand.
I
I
haven't say what you want me to just cry all over this podcast?
No, but listen, but sometimes, not saying I want you to do that, but I think that our pain and our story, when it gets shown or told to somebody else, somehow nothing, some healing takes place in them and sometimes in us. So I just would,
But I think that I showed it in a way because I saw some people saying that they're crying when I was talking because
yeah,
I
this
was
is my
I
opinion.
was being transparent, but I could feel it coming up, so I don't want to just lose the whole
I get it.
podcast
I get it.
because I want to show it emotion, and
It
you
was
can't do
there. You should
that.
just let it. It was there. Just let it.
No,
I would have let mine.
you would not.
I would if it came up.
It was up there at the
It just
beginning.
came out my eyes.
It was there, but you swallowed too. So don't do me.
Mm. What is the
Larry, if
resident
you're
saying?
gonna
Larry, if you're
tell it,
gonna tell it,
I am not therapist.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Go read it.
hold on. This is very interesting when these energies like this show up.
Who is
So
that?
now we see that this was not they something on this. Now see this. I don't know why people come playing with spiritual people. See, your comment stood out to me twice before, and now you manifest. Larry, if you're gonna tell it all. Who the hell you think you is on this platform? Don't nobody know who you are. And you're in a space that you've been invited in and you do not know how to act. And to speak to me like that on a guest platform shows that your therapist degree don't mean shit. Because you don't have couth and you do not have order and decorum. So whoever coming to you for you to therapist them is dumb as hell.
Oh.
See, people always manifest my. We gonna tell it all. I told her ain't nothing else to tell.
I mean, what is
No, you see, I'm subscribing. Enjoy the interview. Don't try to fix it now. You already manifested. Keep your subscription.
Lord
We
have
are
mercy.
real therapists. You a fake
Reid,
one. You just got the degree because you don't know how to act.
Reid, put a pin in it.
No, I'm not. I'm not upset. I ain't stupid. I'm not stupid. And I've been working with people for a long time. And a lot of time when people have titles like therapists, judges, doctors, I've dealt with this even in my community. They have this ego thing where they feel like every space they come in, they're supposed to teach. Or every space they come in, they outrank people. No, you are the runt in this community because we have been doing what you just got a degree to do for decades. No, you can go to hell.
Reid,
What? I'm not upset. I'm just saying what the truth is. Listen, you do not need a subscriber like that. I don't need a
that
subscriber.
ain't my
Those same
subscriber. They
kind of-
on your
I'm
thing.
saying kind of people got another name that they use in another chat, probably watching all that stuff over there. I ain't stupid. I know what this is. You can go to hell. I want you to go.
Oh my God. Okay,
That bothers me when people come in there talking like that. I can't. And they be dumb and broke.
oh
I can't do it. Don't nobody know you ain't got no followers, nothing. You got so much.
Reid, okay.
I'm
Stop.
just saying. I don't understand it. It makes this. What is the thing to get in people when they get these little titles? And you good in your world. You dealing with a global leadership here. Come on now. Yeah. I said what I said, and I meant it. And I don't want you to subscribe.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
next time you go to my chat, you know how to act. You don't come in there talking like that. If you're gonna say, why is Lisa looking like that? You just looking for something. Because you can't believe that what you see right here beautifully is the truth. Because you've seen some quacks and some crazy folk. Well, this ain't it.
Reid,
Why? I don't feel like am I ranting?
you put a pin in it. And look at Tamara talking about Missy.
I'm not even trying to read them. I'm just saying I'm clear. You're not authentic. I know who you are.
Oh my God.
My God. Somebody tell it
Reid.
all. We done told everything. Lisa
Right.
abortion, me having sex, her having sex, all different stuff. We done told everything. What else you want there? Our blood type, what color drawers we got on. Don't ask for nothing else. We done told the world too much. We not telling you nothing else. You ain't got nothing else to tell you. We done told you everything.
We really don't. So what you trying to have me on your show for?
Just to talk about other stuff, Lisa. We funny together.
Look at you. Come on, just to talk about other stuff. You said we done talked about everything. So why we talk? You said we done talked about everything. So now just because I got something else I want to talk about.
I just can't. I can't stand. I like people being real and straight up. I can't stand that little cloak. It reminds me of the church brain stuff. Don't do that stuff. Like when people call about how you been doing, you was on my mind. Nigga, you know somebody just told you about what I'm going through. Why you just said when you called me?
Oh, Reid. Oh, I'm glad you said that. So when that first happened, there was only like 2 genuine people that reached out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Genesis, and I think Genesis told you she reached out to me.
Yeah, she hit me up first, I think.
So that I respect.
Mhm.
Okay. So Genesis reached out to me, some other people, but then all them other people in my inbox, you don't even know the festivity.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't go out. I'm glad you ain't going. I just can't. I can't. You know, I don't do that well. That I'm gonna say something.
Oh yeah, Bree reached out to me too. She reached.
She been doing this for
But
years.
she my friend.
Mm-hmm.
She even was with me during the Florida stuff too. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, I appreciate you for coming on. I hate you had to
Listen,
go off like that.
I will come on anytime. Listen, I'm not upset. This is something we just had to tell. You got to tell me when people come in your comment section. Let me tell you what I do. I'm not telling you what to do. I
Well, first of all, people don't come at me like that in
I
my
bring the comment up and I drag them until I get tired. Because they need to learn you do not come in nobody chat talking sideways. And you not coming in nobody chat and you an expert. No, you need to come in humble. You don't come in like that trying to check us. What was a real therapist? Something her chat go to hell. You remember what you talking about?
Reid, come on.
What you mean? I'm not even saying nothing rough. I'm just keeping.
You're not saying nothing rough.
I don't think so. I'm holding back what I would
Mm,
say.
shy of us.
No, I'm holding back what I would say now. And the cameras went
Well,
on.
I
I said a
appreciate
whole
you
different
for
way.
doing it. Marco came back for that, didn't he?
That's the after
People was,
that last stop. Yeah, but nobody could feel to see what she was saying. There was a thing on that.
and we weren't even. Yeah, I get you. You're right.
But see, that is them kind of people is what keep that beef sector over there going on. They got that boy. That one of the guys used to talk about us all the time. That was a fan. Done spazzed out. Now he locked up in jail because he done lost his mind. I don't even want to say his name, but I texted to you, but you know who it is because he was talking about us during that
Oh,
time.
I know them.
He done fully lost his mind now.
Oh,
And
text it to me right now,
he's
cause you gonna forget.
text it to her, Kendall. You know what I'm talking about. And oh my God. God told me to send this declaration. Wait a minute. Ugh, I got
Declaration.
what's going on with that story. But yeah, it's just that those people like that's what keep them folk in the beef sector. A lot of them are mentally ill.
Ooh,
And they acting out on the internet. And you coming in their chat with 100, 200, 300 people that they don't normally see and giving them views, that play with their mind. A sane person can start taking that and get into something crazy and hijacked in their reality.
mm,
And these is people like that keep that kind of stuff going on. 'Cause I guarantee you, up on another name sheet and one of them stuff over there, and then she came over here because we both over here and tomorrow, well, Lisa, how you feel about what Larry's saying? We live this life out, and y'all looking at that one person. That person ain't even the biggest part of our ministry
right.
and of our life. That's big to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That was something that we settled years ago and came out here and 20 and 24 and talking like they know us well. Do not know us.
Right.
Knew us. Was in the ministry in 2016. Y'all didn't even ask no question.
Right.
How you know about the money in 2024 and you left the ministry in 2016? When you were hired back on in 2021 and 22, you were production. You barely know the inventory. Well, in fact, I had you to go through the inventory so you can make a list so you do know the inventory, but you don't know nothing about money. Nothing.
Right.
But y'all let that y'all just go on and on this about and talking about the people in my life who he don't even two of the people he don't even know. Except when I
Definitely
know
don't
them.
know me.
Right. That is, but it's people like that came in the chat that keep that kind of stuff going on and keep getting the people to say and do things and that they need to be told about themselves. And I'm glad that we were able to take a moment and tell her or whoever the hell it was that they out of order. Don't subscribe and stay away. I don't want to see your name in the chat no more.
Mm. Okay, so don't look at any more chats. Okay,
No, it
because
just felt it was meant for me to see. Cause I
okay,
seen the first comment I seen and it stood out to me. And then the second one stood out, and the third one I said, see. That's why it stood out to me, because you on that stuff. You needed to be called out. Mm-hmm.
okay.
Kendall must be asleep.
No, he said he blocked her.
Good.
You can block introspect too while you at it. But my thing is
Those poor girls.
Reid, I just said.
Don't wait. What you mean those poor girls?
Reid.
Say the
Reid.
poor girls. Remember my children that are doing extremely well in school, that are not pregnant and not in jail, like your crazy ass cousins and nieces and nephews who ragged and ain't no good. And why were you talking about something about my children? You see what I'm talking about? That kind of stuff. See, I would have highlighted that comment, and then I would have dragged them till times got better. And you gotta handle that stuff, and you don't have to be upset to do it. You just gotta let people know how you are supposed to be handled. You can't come over here with that kind of going on.
Right.
You just can't do that. No, you don't do that. And then to do it in front of the mother of my children, I think that's disrespectful. And I guarantee you, it's women. And I don't understand that. Cause
I
really,
think I have more men
yeah,
in my
I have
on my
more
show.
women in my chat, but
Yeah.
whenever I have a woman on, it's always another woman that's going over her with a fine tooth comb. And being that I respect you as highly as I do, and our relationship is so good, and there's never going to be something that you need you're not going to get from me. Some women that trigger up, so they're going to find something wrong or try to create something wrong. You know, there was a lot of people that probably was wishing and hoping and praying, oh, this thing that I almost said the person's name that done with them, this would be the end of him or that. Y'all are stupid. If y'all think anybody aside from me can negatively affect me,
Right.
my children, you are out of your mind. And there's one thing that you do not know. I have a covenant with God in prayer that I'm not broke. Nothing will destroy me. Nothing
Listen.
stand in front of me. It's been since 2019 they've been doing that stuff on YouTube. Y'all ain't learned yet. That ain't gonna do nothing. You don't talk to the people who tried me for decades before 2019. Nothing stops Larry. It's not going to happen. And let me
Right.
tell you why. Because of the power of prayer. You can forget it. Hang it up. Somebody sent me a clip to my that person jumped into my I won. I said, tell me what he won. Because if he won something, I would have lost something.
Or felt like you lost something.
I'm negotiating. Listen,
Child.
listen. I'm just oh Lord. I don't
Reid,
even
I don't want you
I
to
don't, I
go
don't,
there.
I don't
I'm
even
like,
want to explain because
can we like
you're gonna call it bragging. But
parallel park?
it's not a that spirit done stand me up.
I just need you to parallel park here. We ain't even put no pin in it. Park it.
No, it's come here talking sideways like that. I don't like that. That's disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. But my thing is, like you said, they're not on your level. So
On our level, not even the people in the chat. There's people in this chat, Lisa, that because of the work in the ministry have went from 4 figures to 5 figures, 6 figures, and some of them are opening businesses in other countries. They're not on the level of the community. The LRL, it don't belong over here.
right.
So I put them up out that chat. Block them. Don't even come spreading your that energy around here. That low credit score
Mm-hmm.
and that zip code you live in. We don't even want you in the chat.
Right.
We don't want you in the chat.
Oh my God. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm playing. I don't care.
Block
You know I don't care. Huh?
I can't block introspect because introspect is not on my chat. It's on you.
They on mine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no see, I don't have no people over there.
You do have people. They just don't know you have people. You do.
I'm saying I don't have no person. I don't have a moderator over there.
Oh, okay.
Because usually I don't have that problem.
Well, Lisa, you have to look.
We work in harmony. I'm gonna make Jermaine.
You see, Vincent Tharp.
Where?
You laughing to my low credit score.
Where he
Low
at?
credit scores are catchy.
Let
It's like
me.
a cold. You got
First of all, let me bring him up.
you can't
Vincent.
you can't have people in your circle with low credit score. You got to work on that.
Vincent Tharp. You were supposed to meet me
Ooh,
in Vegas, and we were supposed to do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 challenge, and it didn't happen. I think we were sitting in the same section too. But anyway,
you left
we
him
were.
hanging.
I think we left each other hanging because
Of course.
he was supposed to come to Robert Hatcher's. I was supposed to have him on too. Come to Robert Hatcher's Taco Tuesday thing that was in Vegas. But
Mhm.
I didn't feel comfortable inviting him to that because you know how they can do sometimes. So
Who's they?
like they it's they do church, but sometimes it can get,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
I didn't want to bring him there. He told me I was a superstar. He couldn't find me. No, I was not. I was not. But anyway, I first of all, I want to thank you for coming on. This was great. I knew it would be great. And I think I got a lot of clips that I can pull that
Yeah.
I will.
Mhm.
And so I might, before I put this back up, I might take that last part out.
I understand that. It's gonna be up on mine.
Hmm?
It's gonna be up on mine.
But I just can't see myself putting up a 2-hour clip.
It's already up on your YouTube.
I usually edit and then put one back up
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
take the other one down. But
Well, yeah, you can take that part out. I mean, I'll take. Yeah, I can take mine down. It don't make a difference. I can take mine
no,
down.
you can keep. So you think I should leave it up?
I think you might as well. I mean, we ain't really say nothing.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'll leave it up.
Yeah. We
But
ain't call no names or something.
but again, y'all, thank y'all for joining us. We
Oh, listen,
have
you need to go on your while you live. Go on your YouTube and make some mods. You don't have no mods.
I said that. I don't have any.
Well,
Because I usually don't have that situation over going on.
at least you're going to.
Oh, prophesy, prophet.
Yeah, you see. I'm saying Duchess is over there. We've been knowing her for years. You can mod her. Latrice is over there.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it. Hold on.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Let me comment. You can mod me. Ain't you a mod on mine?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to comment so you can mod me.
All right. So who's
Just
always
click
over
beside
here
the
with me? Miss Pat is.
name. Yeah. He's my friend.
Where's Jerem? He don't see him.
Who? I see,
Travis be on with us something. Oh, I see you.
I see Duchess. Did you mod Duchess?
I'm about to.
Oh yeah, you modded me.
Getting our house in order. Here you go.
Okay. Good.
All right, go ahead and block.
Rosetta's over there. She just
Oh,
come.
Jermaine, he right here. He be on my thing all the time.
That name Jermaine Gardner. Oh,
Yep.
he's a patron.
Yep, he's always on my thing.
Yeah. Jesus.
All right, so all of you guys are. I still can't get over you put me with Michael Beach.
I know his character. He's a person of character. He's a great character. I mean, but he with somebody now. But I'm just saying he's got great character. At least I just don't want to be playing with you. This simple as that. I don't want to be playing. I feel like I didn't give you what you deserved.
Why you say that?
Whatever. I done told you this before. and
But man, like it was the first time I heard it.
better act. But I want. So if I see somebody, that's why in my mind I'm like, they need to be everything better than me because
Mm.
I was a good provider. I was good spiritual leader. I was a great partner. I was great husband, protector, loyal there. But emotionally, you needed more, and you deserve more. So I think
Aw.
you should get that. But the thing is, now these men, they know how to play that emotional game and make people feel like they're giving them something they're not giving them. And that's the thing I'd be looking for. I sit with my daughter too. But I think I done got Zara. She just enjoying all her different friends.
Oh my
She
God.
not with
Pray
one.
for her.
No, I think this is good. I think she's discovering herself. I mean, she loves sex. We both love sex, but I think that because before she was going one relationship at the next, and that just ain't good. I
Right.
said, look, you need to date 3 or 4,
Yeah.
and now she's more, what's the word, wise when it comes to being in a relationship.
When it comes to her emotions,
Right. That's when
she don't. She have a guard up.
there you go, and that's what I wanted to create. I
She
wanted her,
still have fun, but
yeah.
yeah.
But that is what,
You're right, because she texted me about somebody today.
yeah,
And my exact words to her was, I said, she was telling me about somebody doing something to her that she told them not to do.
right.
And I said, I know how you are about this, so keep your boundaries. That person just gonna have to learn.
See,
And then she said, okay, thanks, mom. I said, you're welcome. Never move your boundaries for anyone. I
hey,
said, you too pretty for
that's
that. And she hearted it.
and see that's the same thing I be telling her, but she wouldn't even recognize that before. She didn't
Mhm.
recognize that she had a boundary. She wouldn't even say what she did not want. It was all about being in a relationship.
Right.
Whatever you
Right.
whatever you want, and be with me, be with me, be with me. No, I don't want no daughter like that.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Well, Zoe's is the opposite. So
Right, I know.
she is the opposite. But I thank you for saying that. Yes. I really um I really like podcasting.
Lisa, you good?
You think
That's why I had you on the show. Thought you were good
I
at it.
really like, and everybody that come on my show, they say they have a good time. And I was really hurt that the Stella Wars didn't let me. That would have been the best red carpet they ever had.
Well, we'll see how next year go because they told me if they knew a pin in it was me, they would have. If you were who you were, they would
But
have.
that's the point. That's not fair.
What you mean?
You because they gave a criteria. I
That you
checked
get.
every box.
But there were other people who checked who had the criteria, but they didn't want them up there because
That's not
they
fair.
didn't know them.
Then don't put it out that you can anybody just go ahead and have the people you're gonna have on. Don't let it out for everybody then. Cause now I'm looking at who you got there and I'm like, what? I could have did better than that. Like what are you I mean, best dressed.
Relationship, relationships. It's almost
Yeah. But see, but there were people there, and you know me, I don't meet a stranger. So one of the people I saw, they had on a publicist, that word ties me up. He had on a badge. And I said, how did you get that? And he said, I really had to fight for it. And I was like, what you mean? He said, whoever's in charge of whatever the red carpet this year, I do it every year. And they told me that I couldn't do it. So we just
it's
pull rank and was like, we're
a new
going.
person. It's a new person, so he didn't know the relationships that they had before. But I know him because we worked together. So he told me, he said, next time, said what she can do is just use your name, Larry Live. Said because that's a recognizable name. He said, and I put her on, then she can do it in the name of her show. I said, okay, cool. So
Cause that lady that they had interviewing Twinkie, I said, is that all she asked her? Like what?
you did pretty good.
There is so much more to ask Twinkie than that.
She looked really good.
Oh, Reid in person.
She looked really.
I wanted to cry.
She looked really good.
Twinkie looked, and they had a nurse with her.
Good. That's what she been needed.
Yes, she looked really good. Okay, anyway. All right, you ready? Let's leave. It's almost 12 o'clock.
Somebody asked me, so do you interview young upstarting pastors? If there's a conversation that can be had around that, of course. But usually young upstarting pastors typically join my Patreon community and lurk. They watch me and learn, and that's the best thing to do. If you want to be mentored, join my Patreon, be on Sunday morning prayer call and Wednesday nights with my team. That's a great way to get the mentorship. And then, of course, read my latest book on Church Critic. If you read that and be on Wednesday and Sunday in a year, you will be in a whole different space and place. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, educationally, all of that, socially. Just stick with it. I have a coaching program, but I don't even give my coaching program information to people who are at the celestial circle level in my community. In fact, you can't join the ministry until you're at the celestial circle level, because I know what I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I am not your local church around the corner pastor where everybody comes. No, that's not me.
Now, I do have to say this. The people that you have around you now, I applaud them.
Yeah.
They are so they mirror who you are. I like they're so loving. They're so, have a good time, but
Real
then they're real smart at the same
Yep.
time. So I love it.
Successful.
Love it.
Yeah.
When I say that's a lot coming from me. I love it. I do. And so I'm happy. I'm really happy that, there's a people out there
Come on.
that's really like, not all for what they can get, but they always want to pour into you too. So I think that's great.
Yeah, it's an exchange of love. It's not just being poured one way. It's poured up, down, vertical, horizontal. And these people take what I teach and work it,
Right.
and then they get results, which then becomes a brand advocate for what I do. When so many times I felt like, okay, I'm this, but the people who I'm preaching to and listening to me, they don't really resemble me. I mean, they shout, holler, and speak in tongue, but they don't. If you get in their life, they don't think like me. They don't view things like me.
Right.
These people, that's not the case.
Right.
And I think not being in the physical church has everything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And they take it, they work it, implement it, get results. And then we move on to the next thing we're going to work, and then they get results on that, and they're consistently growing, which makes me feel so accomplished and successful.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Then they're talking about, we love you, Alisa. I know y'all love me. I would not come around if I knew y'all didn't love me. But I know y'all love me. I love y'all too. And it's genuine. I really love y'all. So before we go off, I just want you to just I know you're not gonna give any tips for free, so I'm not gonna ask for that. But I just want you to just give us
Derek Williams saying this was good, made me feel like I can be a Christian and be myself. Absolutely. See, Christian is consciousness. Jesus is the mascot of Christianity Incorporated. Jesus Christ is the spiritual idea, model, mode. Jesus Christ is consciousness. It has to do with how you think and the place you live and make your decisions from. Christ has to be formed in your consciousness. That's how your soul is saved, when your mind is changed. Because Christ comes for conscience. He comes for your mind. The church is not saving souls, they're collecting souls. Jesus Christ is renewing souls, the renewal of the mind. So Christian, when I say it, I'm talking about being reborn in consciousness. I'm not talking about being a follower or a member of the organized religious institution called the Christian church and following that type of Christianity. The Christianity that I follow and the kind of Christian that I am has everything to do with Christ's consciousness and spirituality and sitting in the center of your humanity and transacting with the spirit world. Yeah.
What was that sermon you preached over and over and for years? You preached the same sermon.
Reformation.
Reformation. Do you ever think that I knew that, but I was going to see if you said. Did you ever think that that was going to come back the way it is right now? That's like a put a
No,
pin in it moment.
no, it was like it started in 2008.
You
It
preached it for years.
for years. I preached from 2008 to 2012. Then in 2012, I kept preaching the time of the 12. And then I reverted right back to reformation that turned into displacement, divine displacement. And that's how I ended up in Atlanta. So, yeah, that was, and I done that series, Let the Church Say Change, during that time.
Mhm.
Purpose, touching the world. That's when I had Erica to do, come up with purpose mapping and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So, no, to answer the question, deep down in myself, I knew as a teenager that I was supposed to do something that would change the world. I knew I was supposed to be known around the world. Didn't even know it was prophesied. They didn't tell me till later. But I knew that, but I didn't know how. I thought it was going to be by preaching around to all these different churches, what I was doing, big or small. And one day I'm going to be on TBN or be at Mega Fest or something. And then it gets bigger and bigger and I'm touching the world. I thought it was going to happen through the pulpit. And it didn't. When I turned on the internet and started talking and doing jokes and some of everything back in 2000 and that started in 2003 on MySpace.
Right.
Then went to the next level in 2011 and 12. And then after the church moved to Atlanta and we had that first Sunday, November 1st,
Mhm.
2015, I knew then the internet was my home. I could feel it.
Wow.
I said, that felt right. I said, I feel like that was what I supposed to been doing. And I stuck with it.
So all of those years, now see, I done got another question. So all those years where like, because I saw it with my own eyes,
Mhm.
where you would hook to a mentor, and then they would backstab you, and
Yep.
then hook to
Yeah.
how did that make you feel? Like, how did it make you feel away, or you just was like, well, to
I have
God
been,
be the glory.
ultimately, that's where it landed. But I have been rejected by my parents and my community that we're talking about now that we love. I became a demon to them. I went from being the star singing musician, little Larry, everybody loved, to, oh, Larry is a demon. Larry is crazy. Larry is gay. Larry is a witch, as a teenager. So, all having everybody to turn on you. And then the church Elm Grove that I went to, I was praised like that. But then me following whatever God would tell me to do, then I became diabolical to them. So it's
Mm.
like every community rejected me. Then I went into the apostolics. Oh, they love me. Ordained me and everything. Then I prophesied. Then they turned on me and I became a demon to them. So when I started my church and the people started coming in, as time went along, they sort of became my home
Mhm.
and my family. And I put everything into them. And then when they rejected me and I started going into this, I think a part of me, and this happened in 2016 and 17 because we divorced at the same time.
Mhm.
It's like at that moment, all of those rejections and all of those hurt, and my children been gone and you gone too, it all hit at one time. And when it did,
Mm.
it's like I finally felt the pain from 17 years old when I left my parents' home all the way till 2016. And that like they took me out of here. And that's when I
Did it take you out because you felt like you failed, or did it take you out because it just really hurt that
it was the
bad?
pain. It was the pain. It
Mm,
it hurt. It hurt so bad I can't remember that level of pain because I asked God to take it. I said, either you take this or I'm gonna kill myself. I was standing in the closet, and he said, if I take this, you will not become what I have in my mind for you to become. And stuff started coming in my head to see myself doing stuff. And I said, well, I want to do all that. I want to be
mm,
all of that. So let me feel it bit by bit. And from that day to this one, the pain came in levels. Now, by the time I turned 44 and 22, I had just got to the place to where I was whole and I was healed from. Remember we had done read things my way.
mhm,
I was healed from
mhm.
everything, and I thought when my mom and them came in there
Right.
my birthday, and it's like every conversation that I didn't need to have no more in that moment, I had it with them and they had it with me, but our hearts had it with each other because our
Mhm.
mouths were not smart enough to have it. And I
Right.
wept and cried. What seemed like, well, really was a few minutes, it seemed like hours to me.
That
And
was a heavy
I don't
moment.
even know why. Now I think back, I don't even know why mom and daddy was crying, but something happened. We just all started crying. And from that moment there, I can say I'm healed of everything.
That's
That's,
good.
I don't have nothing in my heart against anybody that has ever done me any wrong. I just don't have any space for it because my whole heart is healed.
Wow. Here is a prophet that's asking. See, these prophets, they messy.
You call it message, but prophets are
He
messengers.
said, "What y'all think about the girl prophets cat fighting?"
I just think it's a
Well,
manifestation.
I don't know them,
It's a
so
manifestation. You don't think it's a manifestation?
I think it's crazy. That's what I think.
Yeah, but it's a manifestation of what is.
First of all, who they sit under? Who are they?
Bruh.
You have nothing.
It's just this is what I think. I think it's let me say this. I think they are, and this is just what I think.
What you think?
I think they are immature prophets.
And 9 times out of 10, people like that, they attract people that just looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's so dangerous. I really do.
And
Especially if I'm listening to you and you remind me of Kaya. That's crazy. All she needed was a gavel.
but I can get into I can't even get into that. But the thing is this though, there's a immature prophet. You got the immature prophet, the young prophet. Then you have the adult prophet, and then the old prophet. This is the problem. Because somebody said maybe there's this young and a prophet. I said, that's immaturity. Because see, Tiffany should have never responded.
Never. And
But
not the way, too. The way she responded.
she gonna that's just Tiffany. She shouldn't have never responded. She should have ignored the celestial. But this is why it's so interesting.
That name.
This is what's so interesting is they both do the same thing. They both prophesy judgment and bad prophecies about people with platforms bigger than them.
Wow.
And they ride that wave of views and engagement because they're talking about someone who is something much bigger than them. So to have them two going off at each other and they do the same work, it's a manifestation.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
I don't subscribe. Jasmine said, Lisa, what advice would you give someone who just started dating a pastor, preacher, etc.?
Oh Jesus.
My honest answer,
Mm-hmm. Then I'm gonna get mine.
I feel like any woman today that is dating a pastor, preacher today, you need to make sure that your conversations are really honest. Um, make sure that you are not losing yourself, like I talked about earlier. And if you see, and make sure you're not dating them to become
Mm.
a first lady.
All
And
that.
I say that because you will ignore red flags because of what you want and not because of, and then you get married and you're going to hate life.
Yeah.
So
I would say don't be a part of his ministry. Don't be a part of his church.
and people saying run. No, I wouldn't. Don't run. I wouldn't say run. All pastors are not bad. I wouldn't say that.
Don't be a member of his church. Don't be a part of his congregation. Make sure y'all are friends. Do not
Friends.
that whole
Yeah.
thing like Jamal and that girl got going on. That's a whole mess. That don't go the don't if you cannot date him as whatever he is of his first name separate from his ministry what he
Yes.
do, and he's not asking you to support that and come and sit on the front row. If any of that kind of stuff going on, you should run because
Yes.
you're
Because
not.
that means he's fucking people in his ministry.
And not just that, it, it that could mean that, but it definitely means that he is not with you for you. He want you to work in a certain part of his ministry and fulfill a certain spot in his life. Pastors, we have a tendency because we're managers in our personal life, and I did it with Lisa. Here's Lisa. I want her to be this as the first lady. I want her to do the women's ministry. When we go to church, in my mind, I want her to look a certain kind of way, look good, and sit down in the front row. I want her to dance. I want her to preach. I want her to prophesy and work alongside of me. I enter marriage like that. Wrong. Should have never done that. And it was a problem in my perspective of her, our entire marriage, because that's
Mhm.
what I was programmed. Marco knew it. I was in our room at his mama house saying, this is what me and Lisa gonna be doing. She can be on that side, be that side. I'm gonna be prophesying, creating what I want. And see, pastors, when we start dating, we tend to do the person we're dating like that. I don't want to be dating somebody who is in my ministry at all. I don't want them to be a part of my ministry. My friends can, but I don't want to do that again. I don't want that. I want to have relationships separate from my work. And it's better for me and them. Yeah.
I just, just the red flags. There are some. Pay attention to when you do meet the congregation. Pay attention how they receive you. Um, because like I mean, I don't think all preachers sleep with their congregation, but
All pastors are attracted to their members, and their members are attracted to them.
really,
Point blank simple.
I never heard this before.
It's the truth. You cannot pastor without being in love with those that you're pastoring. Not
Lord, it's
effectively.
just a lot. That's a lot. You said a lot right there. I don't even want to go
And when
in.
you don't have character and boundaries, then you end up with a whole lot of crazy.
Jesus.
And you don't have to worry about the sheep keeping boundaries because they're not going to. You have to do it. I'm telling you what I know.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. That's a lot. You just said.
Mhm.
Mm-mm-mm. But okay, I'm going to. This was fun. This was
It was
great.
stern long though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just not put a pin in its style, but it was great. And I thank you for coming on. I thank you for doing Oh my God.
What?
I just got a text. Somebody said the members are definitely attracted to the pastors, but I'm not saying nothing. We all know that.
Well, we know that. It's the truth.
Somebody said, thank you for bringing in my birthday. Happy birthday, Danielle Latrice.
Oh, it's your birthday, Danielle. Happy birthday.
But yeah, I thank you for coming on. This was great. Put a pin in it. Would never be the same. This will be my only 3 hour show ever in life.
It's
Um,
on mine. Dog, it's 3 hours, Lisa. I
yes.
got to eat
I
too.
don't even think it's gonna down. I don't even think it's gonna upload. Like,
If I got something I got to do tomorrow, Nancy. Cause if not, I'm gonna take me a gun, man.
oh my gosh. Let's talk about your that's a habit. I bet everybody didn't know you had.
No, no, I talk about all the time. If you don't follow me, you know Delta 8, Delta 9, Delta 10, sometimes Delta 11 gummies. I would take them to go to sleep sometimes. Mhm.
Reed. I
And
just never
I grab some weed and go to sleep.
I just never thought that would
I sure will.
I never thought that.
It's either
Definitely
that
never.
or die. I mean, cause sleep is like
Yes, you have to sleep.
you gotta sleep, and because of
You
what,
have never slept.
because of right, and because of what I'm carrying, I gotta make myself sleep, even if I don't. I mean, I have to make it happen because your cells repair and everything while you sleep. I gotta sleep. Mhm.
Listen, I
I was doing that other medicine. What the thing you told me about? You took overseas. I was doing that for a while.
Adderall,
Yep, I was doing that, and then it didn't work.
Ambien don't work for you?
Mm.
Lord.
I can stay up through, and the reality is, I can stay up through a gunman. If it just I got a certain thing on my mind, nothing can
You
put.
just be fighting sleep then. I
Mhm.
don't need
I
that.
don't be
I
fighting it. It's just that it can't come to me. That's
sleep.
I'm not lying, Lisa. I have taken a whole gummy, which I usually only take a half. A whole gummy, couldn't sleep. Went and got Moscato, drunk some of that because that used to make you sleep. Then that didn't work. I said, okay, give me a little taste of the coconut rum. Taste that. That ain't work. Weed, smoke some of that, a whole one, and still up.
Goodness, I used to pray and ask God why he keep read up so much. Let the man sleep.
And because sometimes, literally, you guys, sometimes I can have, because Kendall comes in at night, try to put me to sleep every night. And I will turn and toss, and he's watching me.
So
And I
you need a
dream,
pop.
dream for 6 hours and then
You
wake up.
need what the old folks say. You need a pow. You need a whooping. But you know after a good old whooping, you go right to sleep. I don't have that problem. I sleep well.
Always been able to sleep.
I sleep good, honey. I don't need that.
Mhm.
So I don't take I'm scared to do that. I'm scared
Mm.
for many reasons. I just don't do it. But again, good God from Zion. Thank you, Reid, for coming on. Okay.
All
And
right.
I appreciate you. You are a great entrepreneur. I think in my thing I say you have an entrepreneurial edge, and I think you do. I
Mm.
think there's none that has done it quite like you. And I don't think there ever will be. Because who was on a show and they just used your actual name? They usually change your name, but they use your name. So I just want to commend you and give you your flowers while you are yet here, and you can smell them and hear them.
Well, thank you very much.
We are proud of you from Pikeville, Eureka, and
Thank
all those places.
And thank you for supporting me when nobody else supported me and believing in me before I even knew. Um, you and Shamako, I gotta say that too, because both of y'all would say what I am, and I wasn't that. And I really can't say I was pushing for it, but y'all saw it on me. I was just trying to do what I know I'm supposed to do. And thank you for that.
Yeah, I can't say once you I mean, you've always had. I can't I know people are seeing what you have now, but when you found that thing, we would never,
Never broke again.
never,
And
never been broke.
somebody from Raleigh talked to Brittany Spivey. Remember her?
Hmm.
That's about. And she said, Reid always had money. It ain't no different.
Right.
He always had a nice house, nice car, 2 or 3 cars. And they said, "Is that true?" I said, "Yeah, it's true." I said, I'm gonna tell you what I had to do first. I had to cut that covenant, and y'all watched me do it. 5 o'clock in the morning, rocking over to that building. Once I cut that covenant, from that time, it took God about. I shouldn't say God, but that was 90 something, 98, no,
98,
99,
99.
99.
Hmm.
Cut that covenant. By 2003, everything just started going up. From 3, started going right up. Yeah.
Listen, girl, had it not, I would have had a lot of questions. Because Wade was ridiculous.
It's the
Wade was ridiculous. Some of the places, y'all would not believe how we lived back then. But we thank God.
That's why I don't nobody need to say nothing about what we live in now, what we drive.
Right. It was
I
horrible.
would turn the water on in the house and could smell it outside
It
because
had gas in it.
it had mixed with petroleum that was in the land we couldn't get out. It was we remember we had like 30 people on our land. It was all over trying to figure out what was wrong.
Yes.
Oh my
And they told us that they shouldn't have sold us the house.
no.
The house actually, I think it was condemned. It was
The
bad.
building beside it was, but I brought it up to code to have church in it.
Let me give them so one wall separated the whole house.
And we had
Just
a
one.
curtain at the bathroom because when you turn the shower on, the floor of the bathroom will fill with water and the carpet will become mush.
Y'all don't understand. We was heating up our water. We were opening the stove to have heat. We had one car and we lived an hour and 30 minutes from my job. I would get dropped off. What time? Early in the morning.
Really about 4 or 5 to get you there.
Early in the morning. And because Marco didn't work, I would be the last one to get picked up.
Mhm.
First one there, last one to leave. And did not mumble. I didn't complain. My job thought I was crazy. Did not complain.
Yeah.
So when I say when I look at things now and how things are, y'all just don't know what it it was just a lot going on. People staying in your house that was you sleep and you hear
We had some mentally ill people, some murderers. Yeah.
oh my God, the murderer. Just too much going on.
Mhm.
But we did it all in the name
I sure did.
of doing what the Lord told us to do.
Mhm.
And didn't look back.
And that's why we can't really curse it, be mad at it. Cause look what
No,
today. So that's why I can't hold nothing in my heart. I can't.
my heart got some holding. But I'm not I don't curse it because all of it made me who I am today.
Mhm.
I needed that because I was so gullible. I am the most
Mm.
gullible
Was.
was not now. I believed everything. This is how gullible I was. We went to New York for the first time, and I never seen a wax. You remember this? I never seen a wax figure before. So they had Morgan Freeman like out on the outside. I was like, yo, look at Morgan Freeman. And I ran, I was jumping up and down, so happy. Like I'm about to meet Morgan Freeman, and it's a wax figure.
Oh my
And
God.
this was in my old age. Like I was like in my 30s.
Somebody
And so
What covenant did you? What covenant you cut? It's the covenant prayer covenant.
We about to go because I want to.
Yeah, I'm not going.
What do you miss most about North Carolina? I still go to North Carolina.
Yeah, we still going. Ain't nothing to miss. I still got a place in North Carolina.
I don't miss North Carolina at
I'm
all.
thinking about getting rid of it though.
Yeah.
And I'm if the accountant lets me know that I can move it to that place, I will move it to that place if it give me some tax breaks. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all right. This is it. All right, put a pin in it. Comes on Tuesdays. Right now it's at 9 because I'm a soccer mom. Zoe gets out of her
Yeah.
games late. Next week I will have Ann Taylor on. If you don't know her, she's
I
from
remember her.
Fayetteville. She's great. She's gonna be good.
She's a
So
great
you going
conversationalist.
hmm?
She's a good conversation.
Yes, she is. So I'm
All
gonna
right,
talk to her.
I'm gonna have Lisa on, and we're gonna just do this and just talk. Just let y'all listen to us talk, cause we probably gonna discuss something. Oh, okay. Hey,
What's that?
a guy in Miami using my music for his what's the name?
For what?
I'm gonna send it to y'all in the chat. Make sure everybody go like this too.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. Their podcast is off the chain. They've been helping
Cool.
everybody. The guy that posted this, yeah. So I'm gonna put this in the chat for y'all to Yes, it's off the chain. Cool. It's on IG. The guy that posted this, yeah. Can y'all
Reid.
click on that and go like it and comment? God, I really don't play about me. Yeah.
That's one of your best songs there. I like it.
Thank you so very much.
All right, Reid.
Mal.
It's time to go.
It is.
All right. You ready?
Oh, Madison dated a trans man one time?
Are you ready to go?
Yes, ma'am. All
All
right.
right.
But I've been